everyone. Hey. Hold on, let me turn it down. Girl, take a box. I got my apartment. I miss you too. It's been a minute. I've been moving. It's been crazy. Tired. What have you been up to?
Girl, nothing, just busy working and looking at these cases and stuff like that, just
Oh my
minding my own.
God. I hear you. I hear you.
Since the last time it was all chaos, so I just stayed to myself.
Girl, I know.
But I missed you so much.
I know we miss you too.
I was like, why you don't go live? I haven't seen you.
Is that is that Miriam?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, hi.
Hi, Alexis. I missed you guys.
Get our
I
group
missed
back.
you.
Yes. How you doing? You all right?
No, but they just prescribed the testing, like further testing yesterday, so that starts on Monday.
Aw. Well, I hope everything's going well for you. You getting it together? I
Hopefully.
know it's hard.
It is hard.
I
So,
know it's hard.
yeah, I know we've all kind of been doing our own thing. And do you know, Alexis, that the testing that'll be next week, right?
The
All your testing that we were talking about.
I don't know about the ultrasounds. I have to call when I pick up the paperwork on Friday to schedule them.
Aw.
I'm all
I'm
moved in
a
an apartment.
Congratulations.
It's so cute.
It's been so intense, like the most intense 5 days of my life, I swear.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine, girl.
It's so worth it though. It's so cute.
It really is.
It is. It's worth it. It's worth it. Hopefully you got away from everything over there.
I have.
That's good.
I'm still receiving, some interest. Let's just call it that. We'll talk about that later.
That's what we're calling it.
I don't know what it's called. I mean, maybe it's called a secret love.
Infatuation.
Infatuation. Yes. I don't know. She's probably watching right now.
That's crazy though. Everything happens for a reason, y'all. And it does. Everything happens for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And we might not know that reason, but it happened for a reason. I don't know the reason. I mean, I can only speculate, but I don't know the reason behind it. Why everything happened the way it did.
No, it's because that reason. If we're talking about that situation, I think that happened because they're all looking for their own fame. It's not really like the trueness of being honest with themselves and being honest for who they are. I mean, I don't know. The whole thing is just crazy. And
It
then
was.
the people that they say they don't like, they're now they're in their lives, and it's like, okay, everything that you said is obviously a lie.
It just, everything in the dark comes to the light.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless if we wanted to accept it or not. Like, I'm pretty sure none of us wanted that to happen, but it wasn't in our hands. You know what I'm saying? When
Right.
it wasn't in our hands, y'all, like, we wanted the truth, and that's what we do it for, and we found out the truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For the most part, and it's like, well, and the sad thing is, we didn't do nothing to nobody. We didn't.
Right.
We didn't.
If anything, we tried to help people, but people don't want. If they don't want to be helped themselves, you can't help somebody that don't want to help themselves.
Nope.
And I mean, I don't have any ill feelings. I just, I don't have time for that stuff.
But see, I wasn't trying to do nothing or cause nothing. I was just trying to give her the best advice possible. That was it.
I think we all were, but we've seen how quickly she flipped. And, I mean, since then she's messaged me, true crime, Heather Marie, and I've talked to Heather, and Heather's doing. I actually need to call her. I'll call her tomorrow. She's probably sleeping. I'm not sure. I didn't.
Yeah, she was on live. I seen her early this morning. I asked how she was doing, and she's home, and she's doing. She's home, so I would say a lot better, but not out of the woods completely.
Oh man, that had me scared. I mean, she was, when I go back to starting all of this, her and I started together, like I just, and then did you hear what UCLA Jen did to her? Did you see that post?
Yeah.
So I messaged her and was like, "Are you serious? Did you really send her these text messages? Like, do you realize that you broke every HIPAA law? Like, she could turn around and sue you." I told Heather, I said, "If I was you, I'd sue her." I said, "You may not, I mean, depending on what she's worth, you may not get a ton of money, but it's not even about that. She shouldn't be practicing in any medical facility if she's going to do that."
Wait, I may have seen different texts. I only saw the ones stating like her being like supportive and then her cursing her out. I didn't see anything else.
Oh yeah, that she contacted that. See, this is where she broke HIPAA law. So she information and like just to be caring, but like it was not really. There's been some issues. It's kind of started off with me. Like I joined a live one night of Heather's, and this was like a month ago, roughly, maybe a little less. And like I joined a live, and I thought we were really good, all of us. Well, I joined the live, and she like jumped my crap. Like I took a box, and she's like, "What are you doing here? What do you want?" And Heather's like, "What the fuck? Like, shut the fuck up," kind of thing, and ripped her a new asshole. And I received a bunch of messages from Jen apologizing profusely to me, and which I accepted. Like, I get it. She was in the sauce. She, maybe took something. I don't know. Maybe she just, I don't know. There was nothing that she could have taken wrong. Because I've always been nice, but because I don't even know her. But just 2 days before that happened, I was on Heather's Live in a Box, and I was sick, and she was giving me medical advice, like telling me, I need to go take this medication and this medication. I'm like, well, thanks, but,
Right.
like, I got it under control, but I appreciated it. Like, I accepted it. Like, I'm not going to be mean,
Yeah.
So okay, look at these. In my move, I've had these Corona salt and pepper shakers forever.
Those are cool.
So they came from a restaurant. I bought them off the server, okay? Long time ago. I paid her $40 for these. So look at the top. I'm missing the top. It broke off. So in the bar tonight, the bartender goes, "Why don't you take this and put it in there?"
Oh yeah.
I mean, it looks different.
Oh, it's so cute.
You need 2 of those.
I know.
You need one more. Those are cute.
I can't remember what Mexican restaurant it was, but it was in Grand Rapids, and it was right off like by the mall. It was sweet. I'm like, "I'll give you $20 for them." She's like, "I can't sell them." We're eating dinner one night, and she's like, "But I can do them for 40." And I'm like, "Can you write me a receipt so I know that I bought them? Like, I'm not walking out of here, And she wrote her little receipt. She's like, "Bought for $40. I don't know what she did with the, they came right off the table. I'm like, I need these. I've had them for like 15 years.
They're cool.
So yeah,
I
what's
like
going
little
on with
bags.
you, Miriam?
Girl, just chilling. Just chilling. Same old, same old. You know, it's a lot going on, but I try to stay to myself, girl.
I
I try to
know.
stay to myself because it's too much. It's too much. It just been a lot of hearsay. You know what I'm saying? Hearsay.
Oh yeah.
Um, when you become a target, it's not easy.
No, it's not. But you know what I say about that? To hell with them. Because,
But
I mean, whatever. I'm
it's
hungry.
hard though because you know when your job is sabotaged and your livelihood is sabotaged, it just gets so hard, y'all,
Oh, I
to
know.
maintain.
Did someone come after you, Miriam?
No, it's not. It's not from nothing about this. It's just life. Period.
Mm.
It's just like period. The only thing that happened out of that is what's her name? The girl. She had blocked me. What's her name? It starts with the
Cassie.
S. No, Cassie didn't block me. I blocked her.
Um,
What's her
uh,
name? Shelby.
Shelby.
Yeah, Shelby blocked me.
She's been in everybody's life, girl. That's the girl I'm talking about.
And I'm like, girl, what did I do to Shelby?
She's now we've seen her in so many people's lives. I'm like, that she said she wouldn't be. I'm like, damn, you be getting
I
around.
mean,
She wants some acknowledgement.
but see, I know what she like. When Kimmy first went to court, was going to court, she had them all in her live and stuff, and then she just blocked me. And I'm like, girl, I'm not doing nothing for clout. That's you clout chasing.
That's exactly what it is.
You clout chasing. You trying to fit in with anybody and everybody. And I feel like Cassie was doing the same thing because Cassie was there.
And I like Cassie, but I don't know what Don's got over her or what. But I don't know why she did what she did. I mean, she just said something, and I just felt obligated. I needed to be honest with her.
Yeah. I mean, when she said that, she said, "Can I tell you something?" I should have said, "Hell no, don't tell me anything."
Hell no, I don't want to know nothing. Like, fuck it. You keep it to yourself all the way wherever you were. Keep it all over there.
But me being a real one, I'm like, shit, go ahead. Like, we gon' go ahead. What's going on? And she just went off. It caused a bunch of problems for her saying what she said. And it wasn't meant to cause no problems because at the end of the day, it was more like, girl, you shouldn't be doing that. I mean, I can't tell you what to do, but in my opinion, I think that you need to tighten your screws because they seem kind of loose dealing with what you're dealing with. I mean, I'm just being honest, y'all.
I know it.
And then it backfired on all of us. Oh, they were talking about you, and then he thought we was, girl.
I don't give a shit. They're always going to talk about me. Keep
I
talking about me. Keep me
I
relevant. I don't
talked
give a shit.
I talked to Cassie. I don't know the next night, but it was on the phone
I'm going to breathe this thing.
for a little bit, and then Char was trying to get me in the live, and I was like, no, clearly they're all mad at me.
Yeah, it's all about clout.
What would they be mad at you for,
Okay.
Alexis? You didn't
I
do
don't know because
nothing.
I just sit here quiet. I've done run the course of giving a fuck on this app.
Oh, shit. I'm dropping stuff.
Girl, you didn't say nothing. That was me running my mouth on her ass. But it was only the truth. I was only trying to be a friend to her. That was it. And she took it. Oh, they were talking bad about you. First off, they didn't say really too much of anything. It was me saying, why the hell you messing with that boy? That it's just obnoxious for you to do that. Like you don't care that he look at what look at what he's sleeping with or slept with, and you willing to go behind that? Uh No.
No.
But was I wrong? I'm not wrong for saying that. Am I wrong for saying that to her? Like,
No.
No, everybody has their own opinion.
like I couldn't do that, especially knowing, like, I don't know. I wouldn't touch that boy with a stick. Okay, but that's just me. Everybody's not like me. Some people want to fight over him. Go ahead. 'Cause that's
Yeah.
clearly
He's
what they
all
were
yours,
doing.
baby. You could.
That's clearly what they were doing. I'm not about to fight Kimmy over no man.
All right. I think I'm gonna air fry. Look, so I got this machine. See this machine?
Oh, that's nice.
Are you about to air fry potatoes?
Yes.
I
I'm
seen
gonna
you
do
playing
it.
with a potato. That's how I know.
So I actually gotta clean one more. So I've never used it before. It's brand new. My mom and dad bought it for me. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So I got the instructions.
That's nice though. I like that.
I don't read instructions. I just wing it.
I'm like, dude, you can do everything. You can do air fry, toast, bagel, pizza, bake, broil, roast,
Yeah, my
reheat,
husband
warm,
uses
cookies, proof, dehydrate, slow cook. Damn.
the air fryer for everything. I've never used it.
Because I wanted an air fryer. I used to have, and I wanted a teeny one because I'm living in a teeny place. Like, it's not really teeny, but it's teeny to me. And she's like, why would I buy you just an air fryer? You can have everything. And I'm like, I guess I didn't realize what she was talking about, but now I do.
And the air fryer has Teflon. That don't have Teflon. That's good.
No, this is not Teflon. And then
Mm-mm.
Teflon's got that forever chemical in it.
Is our air fryer Teflon? He said, I have no idea.
Is it like rubber? Like,
No,
okay.
it's metal. It has like all them multi-purpose settings that I never even looked at or touched.
As long as it ain't got the black paint on it, like the black paint, where
I don't think it
it's
does.
yeah, that's Teflon. It comes on the pans too, but
Yep, I
that
don't have.
I'm telling you, I never ever used it.
What the
it's good
hell?
though. I love air fryer.
I'm excited. I'm so excited. I'm gonna make some homemade steak fries once I find a knife. All right, I got this. All right.
But I'm happy for you. Got you in your place though.
Oh my gosh, I was up for like not 5 days straight, but I was up for like 36 hours between packing and doing 2 loads myself. Like it was insane.
I
Think
believe
these are
you. That's a
think these
lot.
are two. Are these good?
Those are
Yeah.
perfect.
Okay.
Those are some perfect fries. Should we put a little seasoning on them? And put.
Girl, I didn't. So hungry. Okay.
Girl, I'm drinking coffee. Ooh, it's strong.
It's 12:30. You're drinking coffee?
Yes.
I don't know who am I to speak because I'm over here. I just drink Pepsi. It doesn't make me stay up.
I'm like, ooh, this coffee's strong.
I love me some strong coffee though.
Yes.
Everyone in my family is huge coffee drinkers. I don't drink coffee. I can't.
Coffee probably give you the jitters, Alexis. You probably won't sleep for days.
Coffee would make my mitral valve prolapse. I wind up in the hospital.
Really?
Yeah. No coffee for you.
No, for my heart, I can only drink Pepsi. I can't even drink I could drink Sprite, but I can't drink if I drank Mountain Dew or I drank a Monster one time and wound up in the emergency room.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of Monster,
And my ex used to live off them.
dude, I
And
love my Monster.
I drank it and I was like, oh, this tastes not bad. And yeah, me and my heart beat so fast I wound up in the hospital.
You aren't
I
allowed to
can't.
have that no more.
Mm-mm.
That was over, oh my God, that was over a decade ago. I haven't had any kind of anything since I was like 25. It was the first 5 years of having pots that I was like trial and error, and they were all errors.
Has anybody been looking at any cases that's been going on?
I haven't even been on TikTok.
I've
Girl, I
barely
have.
been on.
I seen Heather this morning, but I just scrolling looking for ASMR.
I've been trying to find grandma still.
Yo, I can't. I'm done. Okay, I'm so fucking done. Don't even get me started. My mouth hurts so bad.
I'm still looking for Granny, y'all.
Grammy gone.
There was another ransom note.
What?
Yeah, there was a fifth one. You missed like
Oh
4
my
of
gosh,
them.
did you see my video I posted yesterday?
No, babe.
Go ahead, you say first and I say next.
The ransom note. Now they want cryptocurrency, and if not, they're gonna tell them what gruesomely they did or gonna do to Granny. So apparently they're saying Granny's still with us.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know, babe. Can I ice? And I don't know. I don't know if Granny's with us still or if Granny at this point did Granny just make the grand escape. I'm so over it. Just someone let me know when there's a solution.
Right.
Girl, I seen another case, y'all. It was in Detroit, right? 3 dudes, 3 men.
Yes.
Them 3 men end up unalived in that house, rolled up in carpet and dirty clothes.
Yeah.
What? See,
Yep.
this I haven't been on.
I was just watching that today.
Yep, I was on YouTube, and because I've been on YouTube other than being on here.
See, my
And
husband switched. He goes on YouTube
yes,
and watches stuff.
girl, a guy called the cops, ran out the house. It's all alleged. Let me say
Here we
that
go,
now.
allegedly.
Allegedly, the man ran out the house, called the cops. The cops showed up. He was saying they almost beat him or they almost kidnapped him too, but he got away, I guess. And that when the cops came, they went into the neighbor's house or they went in the house next door. Girl, they found blood all over the house, all down, all downstairs. They were unalived, rolled up in carpet in dirty clothes.
You're
I
saying they're
guess.
about 50 years old?
Yep.
I'll have to look it up.
Yep. I guess he hit him with a hammer.
Oh God.
I don't know. I did watch the conference call, so I'm not sure. I done put this shit in the wrong damn pan. Okay, so now I'm flip flopping over here. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, okay.
Well, at least I see that seasoning.
Mm-hmm.
You know they gonna be good.
Don't be making them just plain potatoes, because then you just ugh.
No, we don't make no plain shit around here. I'm hungry.
I love me some potatoes and onions.
I put some onion powder, garlic powder, some
When
steak
I was
seasoning.
young, my grandma used to make potatoes like that and then put onions and eggs.
So
Yeah.
now, all right, start. I'm just hitting start. I put in the air fryer and hit start. Let's see what happens. The magic.
So that's one case that I've been looking into, and then another one. It was where that baby went missing, and the mama said that the baby went missing, but the people next door said the baby was missing for like a week.
What?
Wait,
Yeah,
what? You're not talking about Emmanuel, right?
I don't think so. The mama's locked up though. The mama's
No,
locked up.
yeah, and the dad too.
No, just the mama, because the
I don't
mama
know.
she was.
That's a different case. Emmanuel was locked up.
I was
Uh,
like, these people losing their
yeah,
mind out here.
Jen's right.
For
Move the
real.
bread. Take the bread off the air fryer.
Oh yeah, your bread's
It's
on
gonna
your
give
air
it
fryer.
mold.
It might burn it, catch
Allie,
fire.
Yeah.
take the bread off the air fryer.
Oh shit.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm like, I don't know. I've never used it before. I just plugged it in.
She was making toast at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. French toast, to be exact. Thank you.
It's just been so much going on through the world, girl.
Well, there's another. There's a young gentleman that's also missing in Michigan, and it looks like February 5th he went missing. I just shared it on my timeline.
He got red hair.
Yeah, and like they mentioned something about maybe having some brain damage, maybe from an accident previously. He's sighted on camera. I'm not sure all the details.
Yeah, I think he went out with his friends, and he left his wallet, his cell phone,
Yes.
and but I don't know. But he was by the water.
Yes.
So I'm like, did they toss him in the water? I mean,
You know what I don't understand is what's going on in Michigan. Like, is there something in the water? Is like, are we like we've got some serious issues going on here?
yeah.
I'm starting to get a little afraid.
But it's happening everywhere. It's not, and I don't know. It's a ring. It has to be a ring of people doing this. Like, I mean, I don't know.
Oh, about let's talk about Grandma, Granny.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I have to say this. So, did y'all know that Savannah wrote a book and published it in 2024?
Oh,
And in the book, she describes that her and her cousin Terry, or her and her cousins, would play this game when they were kids of kidnapping. That this cousin Terry, which is like 70 some years old, would kidnap Savannah and her sister and take her, and then Terry would have them call Savannah and her sister call their mom, which would be Nancy, and say that they've been kidnapped, etc., and it would be like a whole thing. Like, isn't that fucking weird?
that's crazy. I seen on like Ancestry. It was like an ancestry site. Like I don't know if it was her, if it was actually Nancy, but somebody named Nancy was the unaliving was labeled on the 13th of February 13th, and it said unalive, but I don't know if it's actually her name, like her whole full name.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't seen that. But like I said, I haven't been on as much as like I would normally be, but I'm like, damn.
What person lets their kid pretend kidnap? Isn't that like what we teach our
that's
kids not to do?
So when I was a kid, I'm the only child of my mom, but I'm the oldest of 9 with my real dad, which don't have much of a relationship with him, but I do have a relationship with some of my siblings. And I have 2 step siblings. But my stepsister, which was 6 months older than me, the game her and I would play would be like the game of bank. Like we'd be the bank teller, you know? Like we wouldn't play no kidnapping game. And we weren't no innocent kids, let me tell you. But we weren't playing no kidnapping game, you know what I'm saying?
The most we did was put all our family members in the bucket and vote them off. We used to play Survivor and vote off our family.
So I just listened to this. So that's funny you mentioned that. Add food. I did add food. What's happening in smoking?
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
I'll burn this motherfucker down. I'm being big shit. All right, we're good. I think it's just burning off the stuff.
She's like, it's smoking. I can't with you.
I mean, it's pretty high. I don't know if I should bring it down a level here.
What you got it on?
425?
I put it on like 375.
Yeah, that's a little high for some potatoes. You ain't cooking a roasted chicken.
She's cooking a roast.
Okay, hold on.
I thought you were reading the instructions. What happened with that? I knew that wasn't gonna last.
375?
Yeah, 375, 350, right, Alexis?
Yeah, I mean, unless you have to pull out a
Let's
chicken.
start this over.
She said, unless you're gonna pull out a chicken.
I'm gonna put this in the middle.
There you go.
I'm going good.
I mean, I don't think you can mess up a potato.
unless it comes out black, charred. Like, can't eat it crispy. Which I haven't done. But anyways, I mean, trial and error. At least it's a potato. I'll be really sad though if I can't eat this. But these two potatoes, my last two potatoes.
Take care.
I haven't gone to the grocery store yet. I need to go to the grocery store.
Girl, that's how I am. I'm like, I got a bag of potatoes and
I got
some
some ramen
hamburgers.
noodles and some cereal. I pulled out some burger for spaghetti tomorrow. I might feel froggy and do it earlier. I don't know. Oh, what were we talking about? Oh, that's what I was going to say. So funny you brought that up, Miriam. So I was waiting on this 10 top tonight, and I went to give them their bill. And the one, so it was two couples, and then their mixed, children all together. And the one guy goes, "Who's your least favorite sibling?" He's asking all the kids that. I'm thinking, that's kind of a asshole thing to ask these kids. Like, that it's going to single out the one kid that you don't like, I mean, you can ask that separately, but not in front of them. What the fuck? What kind of dad? And they were serious. They asked him twice. And the one girl goes, "Do you mean which one we like the best?" And he goes, "No, I want to know which ones you don't like at all." I'm like, I'm out of here. Here's your bill. Please tip me accordingly.
Right.
Please.
I don't have no time to be a witness to nothing, okay? That's how I look at it.
I thought that was really weird.
But we had like a board, like the Survivor. When Survivor first came out, like the 90s, we had the board game, and instead of playing with the players, we played with our family members. The ones that we didn't like, that were alcoholics and did bad things, we voted them out the family first.
Listen, I was too. I have weight. No, I mean, when I was like 10 to 15, I probably weighed like 70 pounds. And now I'm 100, but like, I was a little, and I was the youngest of three. And my brother's 7 years older than me, and my sister's like a little over 3 years older than me. And when I tell you, I was too busy breaking bones trying to do what they were doing. I dropped a weight on my foot, broke my foot, broke like the important bone in the top of my foot that like helps your foot grow. I was too busy trying to do everything they were doing.
Ow.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
I'm just over it. Now I'm older, and I done got voted out the family, okay?
I voted myself out.
I feel like this is taking a lot longer.
About 20 minutes, about 20,
Okay.
25
It
minutes.
says I got 14 minutes left.
Yeah, you don't want no hard potato in the middle. The potato be hard in the middle.
You might as well just pulled it out the dirt and started chewing.
Stop! Oh, my bathroom, guys. Gonna turn this. I gotta do this thing so I can smoke a cigarette since I'm naughty.
Girl, that's what I'm about to do. Smoke me a cigarette.
Hi, Angel.
Hey, Angel. Thank you, B did.
I feel like
I
Angel.
don't.
I don't know if they're the
Hey,
same
Angel.
person. I saw somebody crying. I don't know if that was Angel a little bit ago. Someone was crying. Angel, were you crying?
Oh, she said it was her.
It was you?
Crying? Why?
I don't know why. I just scrolled and I saw her crying and I was like, wait, what? And then we were on the phone.
Oh, when we were on the phone earlier? Let's see if I can get if I can get warned on this one again.
She said that was Kimmy crying, I believe, because I got
See if I can get warned on this one again.
She said that was I got attacked on live today for defending someone.
Wait a minute. Beat it said our buddy showed face in a live tonight. Cassie jumped on that ass. That was Timmy, I believe. I don't know.
Our
Gotta hear
buddy.
you, Angel.
Are we talking about the same buddy?
I don't know. Y'all need to get in a box and tell us what's going on. Because we're lost in this house.
Y'all, I don't think Granny is still with us, y'all. That's so sad. I don't think Granny's with us. And in my opinion, I think they dumped Granny off somewhere in a field or something and took off. And I don't know. I'm over Granny right now. I can't.
I'm over Granny because I'm just like, ain't that? No, how is the FBI involved this long? They're sending all these random notes to TMZ, but the FBI can't trace it. Like, come on, I watch too many shows. This is making me annoyed. And then Eric Dean went on a live today. I'm just sad.
Angela, sorry, I thought they said that they heard you in a box crying, and I was thinking that they were talking about Kimmy. I misheard. But yeah, I was telling Allie that our newest little buddy that we made, she showed up in the comment section of that live.
Really?
Oh yeah. And then she tried to so Dawn was on the panel, Kimmy was on the panel. I mean, it was a wild ride. And so I was like, something about fancy you showing up here or something like that. And
Wait,
then she said something, I said something
Kimmy?
back, and then she was like, BG always trying to put herself in somebody's drama. Hey, Dawn, BG's a free woman. BG always trying to put herself in somebody's drama. Hey, is a free woman and wants to jump on that. I was like, oh my God. Here we go.
Wait, I'm so confused now even more. Cassie was in a box with Kimmy?
No, not Cassie. Cassie was in the comment section. Cassie and I were talking crap to the person. I don't know if Allie wants me to say.
You go ahead. I don't care.
UCLA Jen.
Oh, yeah. You heard? Were you listening earlier?
I heard a little bit about it, but I haven't seen her.
She's
yeah,
out of
I hadn't
control.
seen her either. And then saw
She
her in the
blocked me
comments.
after
I text Cassie. I was like, she's in the comments.
Yeah.
Next thing, here comes Cassie.
She tried. When I sent her that message saying, "Listen, you broke." I did the quote about the imaginary line off of Blow. I sent her that quote. I said, "You crossed an imaginary line, but it's not an imaginary line." And she's like, "I never did HIPAA." I'm like, in the text messages, you did cross the HIPAA line. You contacted a provider that you know, either a provider or a nurse friend in that hospital. Like, come on, dude. Like, to get information.
Right. And especially if she didn't ask you to. And I had actually said something to Heather, before you had sent that message to Jen. And I was like, mine was more along the lines of making a complaint to her job. I was like, because I'm sure there's something that she did, because I'm not well versed in HIPAA's not my thing, you know. And but I'm like, there's got to be something.
Oh, there is.
You can't pull up nobody's records. Like,
you can't. She lives in California. Heather lives in Florida, and she's excuse me, I'm trying to eat a potato that ain't done yet.
Let the potato cook.
Yeah, I'm hungry. Okay. So, she contacted Heather trying to get information. I mean, it started off kind of nice, but Heather has she didn't block her from my knowledge, but she kind of said enough's enough. Like, you're out of control. Like, I don't know if she's just in the sauce too much or what. Like, you just you don't treat people like that. She did that on me. Like the night before, she freaked out on me on Heather's Live. She was giving me medical advice. Like I was sick and I was working, setting up for a huge event. And she's like, do this, take this. And I'm like, my mom's a nurse too. You know, I'm the type of person that never takes their antibiotics until the end. So like I always have antibiotics. Like I'm already taking care of it, right? But I'm listening and, you know, just accepting it because that's the type of person I am and I appreciate it. Did I follow it? No, but because I don't know her. Well, the next day or the next night after my event that I bartended, I took a box in Heather's Live and she's like, what do you want? What are you doing here? And Heather lost her shit on her. Like lost it. She was like,
Damn, hang on,
enough's
listen.
enough. And that was like 3 weeks ago or longer. I mean, I have the messages to prove it. That night she sent me a long apology letter or apology message saying how she's so sorry. She did not mean to disrespect me, et cetera, et cetera. And I said, I forgive you. Like, you know, thank you for apologizing. You know, don't know what the problem was, but because at the end, like when she kept saying that, I'm like, is there a problem? Like, is this your live that I'm in? Like, is there a problem with me taking a box? And she's like, ah. And that's when Heather was like, enough. Like, what did I do to you? You know?
I got a big old long message from her because so her and I were mods for Nicole,
Mm-hmm.
and she had quit coming in there, and then she was modding for Coastal Pine.
Mm-hmm.
And so Nicole, you know, was kind of like, what is going on? Like, because they hadn't like really had a falling out or anything, right? And then so she come in there and she was just being ugly. And so I had been telling her like if she didn't stop, I was gonna mute her. But I ended up not muting her. Nicole did. And so next thing I know, I get this long message like of her going off on me because and I'm like, if you had even thought about it, like I don't know if Nicole had unmodded her. Yes, that's what it was. Nicole had unmodded her. And that's what she was mad about it because it had happened that day. And
Of course she did.
yeah. And so she like messages me this long message and then Paige gets mad at me.
What?
And I'm like, I didn't even do anything.
Your crime
And I haven't
page?
yeah, Paige don't fuck with me.
Paige is still. I've seen Paige like, and I've been kind of doing my own thing because I've been, you know, my son is about to him and his fiance are about to have a baby, and we had an issue. The baby's only 4 pounds, 18 grams, and she's now 37 weeks, almost 38 weeks. But she went into false labor or premature labor, and then Cadillac, of course, Mercy. I call it Mercy, but Munson Hospital now. Instead of stopping the labor, they gave her Pitocin and overdosed her on Pitocin, and they had to North Flight her. Yeah, it was Mercy. That's when Mercy was when I had my first son. Yeah, so they had to North Flight her to Traverse City, and when I got there to Traverse City, because I was on my way to Cadillac from where I was at, and then I got turned around and had to go back north to go to Traverse City. When I got there, they were trying to get my son and her to sign paperwork saying that they would not sue. Behold the hospital liable. And I said, and I stopped him. I said, absolutely not. Like if anything happened. So if you look at my nose on my picture, so her womb is like an upside down nose, like a heart.
Uh-huh.
And the baby is only growing in half that.
Aww.
So, you know, she's only like 84 pounds and she's tiny.
Mm-hmm.
She's only gained like 6 pounds, if that. And so like, it was just a big old mess. So I was dealing with that. And then of course, the next few days, I signed my lease on my new studio apartment up here where I work. So I got out of the hotel and then I had to pack and move. So I've been so busy, but now I'm back. I'm here. I'm so excited.
And I gave my dog a bath tonight, which was
Aww.
it was a fucking hot mess in the shower, dude. I thought the shower was never going to drain. I was like, and I told my husband, I called him, I'm like, listen, I'm gonna take her to the groomer. She's a short-haired English bulldog. Like, I don't know who lied to us, but they shed. They fucking shed.
Oh yeah, they do.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
they
it goes.
do. I
There's
had
my
plenty of
warning.
Sugar's hair all over me.
There's my warning, guys.
Oh, for not showing your face. She's like,
Yes,
I'm here. I'm
I
here.
don't understand. Like, what is with my face?
You have an
Again?
audio recording answering us talking back and forth with the people on your panel.
Oh my gosh, it's so annoying. Like, I don't ever see anybody else getting these gosh darn warnings. It's
I think
just me.
Chef gets them.
Does he?
And then let's see. Yeah, and so Paige got upset with me over that. And then ever since then it's like she'll have me blocked one day and then one day she won't have me blocked, and then I had it out with Caitlin.
Uh-oh.
So she's blocked now. Well, she had me blocked. I didn't even know she blocked me. She had me blocked on TikTok and Facebook, but not on Facebook Messenger. So I made sure to block her on Facebook Messenger after she got cussed out.
I should probably put these are gonna be hot. I should probably put them on glass plate, like a sort of like real plates.
What'd you make?
I made homemade steak fries and this brand new air fryer I got. Or it's not. It's an everything fryer. It does everything.
Oh, nice.
My parents bought it for me. I'm super excited. But I had it on $4.75.
Oh, Lord.
And
Yeah,
then
burn them up.
Jen's like, you probably should take the bread off of it. I'm like, no, I'm trying to make French toast. All right. I think we're golden. I don't know.
Oh, Angel Eyes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, what's going on? She was just in a box. So what is going on?
She messaged me that she got in a box to try and say that Trust was causing drama, and she
Story
got
of our
attacked.
lives.
And then she got attacked.
Over who? Who attacking you? Over Trust? Hell. What the helly?
Wait, she tried to say that Trust was or was not starting the drama.
Was.
Okay, gotcha.
I think she said she went in Chef's Live,
Yeah,
and then
I
she
quit.
got attacked.
I quit helping him. I'm done.
I don't even follow him. You don't follow me.
I know, but
Oh, wait, did I read it
I
wrong?
don't know, hon.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. Did not. Because I remembered, so like everybody was Kimmy was blaming Trust, and then she
About what? 'Cause
came in and oh my God.
we haven't been on.
Like this, it was wild, y'all. Like this shit was so damn funny. This
Can't make
stuff
this shit up.
stemmed all the way back to like 2019. Okay, we're beefing over something that happened 7 years ago.
When it was in Chef's Live?
Had it something to do with some girl named, oh, she has a C name. Cheryl, Chelsea, oh Lord.
Oh, I
Help
know
me,
what you're
Angel
talking about.
Eyes.
I know
Help
what
me.
you're talking about. The one he said he
Oh, you're in the group chat, Allie.
I am.
Okay, yes. It was about all that.
I don't really. Yeah, I
That's,
had to mute the group chat because it was too much.
yeah, I heard there ended up being like 50 people in there or something.
Yeah, I seen it tonight. They're like, why is this person in here? Why is that? I'm like,
Very Cherry said Cheyenne. I don't know who Cheyenne
Yeah.
is.
Diane, that's
That's
what it
right.
is.
Yes, because I kept thinking Wyoming.
Wait, an angel said it was her talking to herself. Wexford needs a reality show. I don't know what the hell is going on. I miss
Yeah, the Wexford Wackadoos.
Yeah, we do. And thank God I don't live there no more.
I feel like we missed so many chapters. I don't know who's talking to themselves.
So guys, I have no oil and I think these potatoes need some. Can I heat up some butter and like put it on
Yeah.
top of them?
Yeah.
Wait, let me see. Can I see your ring?
Which one?
The other one. The other hand. Oh, that looks similar to one that I have.
So that's three different rings. I just had them soldered together.
Oh, pretty.
Angel requested.
That's cute.
Thank you. I'm not a jewelry person, guys, so I picked out the smallest diamond ring for my, wedding and band or whatever, and I got this one, which I'm happy with. He did amazing. Way more.
So what happened was
Yes, tell me.
I was in a live last week maybe, and I was diamond painting, but so I was on mute. And someone let this chick up that's name's mom of two beautiful babies, one boy and one
It's the
girl.
one that's in the group chat.
Yeah. And she made the group chat and invited all of us. And I mean, she private messaged me and sent me her like Facebook info and all of that.
Okay.
And then she's just going off on this tangent about trust, like from 2019, like just novels. And I mean, nobody's replying. She just keeps sending these messages. And then if you left the group chat, she like added you back. It was scary. So like I got on Chef's Live today because, Kimmy and Don were beefing with Trust, and like Trust didn't even do it this time. So I got up there and was like, hey, just so you're aware, this all started with this one chick. Like, that's what happened. And so we were talking about that. And of course, people got quiet when I got up there and was telling them what actually happened. And then I get off panel and I'm invited to another live. So I go over there and it's Trust and his friends, and his one friend just starts dogging me. You're a messy bitch, like all kinds of things. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she's like, you're always in these panels with the drama talking bad about Trust. And I was like, I just got in a room with 600 people and defended him. What do you mean?
Right.
So, and then that's what Alexis saw is I had my breaking point because I've been manic all week, and that was just like the last straw. And my friends are like, are you okay? And I was like, well, not really.
Hi, Amy. Do you know you're in a box? Hello?
So yeah, this all stemmed from 2019. Like, just ridiculous. I'm like, why are you so obsessed?
Hey, Bryn.
Hey, Brent.
Hey.
That's crazy.
And she has a whole husband.
Exactly. And he was hanging out with them like the night before when she
Wait.
made this group chat.
Who has a
He
whole
was
husband?
at their house.
Drama with these people.
Who has a whole husband?
The girl that started all this stuff.
So I think this is not his baby mama. This is the girl. Is it the girl? Who
This
is
is the girl before the baby mama.
This is the girl that he cheated on. There's too much in this group chat.
Yeah, she sent us her whole life story.
Yeah, she sent me screenshots and all sorts of things. I said,
I'm confused. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
Apparently, this is
Trust.
this girl's husband knocked out the last or maybe he was a boyfriend at the time. I don't know. Knocked out some of Trust's teeth.
Recently?
No. Like
No,
forever
back in
ago.
2019.
this is my butter to heat up.
This is
my
all coming
God.
from
What did I-
2019.
Allie, what'd you invite me to?
I don't know. None of us get on. We're just all
How are you,
confused.
Bryn?
I went and seen the doctor today. I still have double pneumonia in both lungs. It's not getting any better. It's still the same amount of fluid there that it was after surgery. They did take the staples out of my back, and the what is it? It's not Dermavon glue. It's like a plastic kind of glue. They took all that off today, but I still have another 4 to 6 weeks on bed rest.
Oh, I'm so sorry, hon. I've been thinking about you.
Yeah, no bending, lifting, pushing, pulling, turning, nothing. And then a friend of mine that I worked with in fugitive recovery work and stuff was unalive last week by an illegal immigrant in Alabama.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I seen that. I seen the and they did a video.
Did they catch him?
Oh, she teacupped.
Yeah, I wonder if they caught him, because I don't know. It's a lot of that going around.
No, they didn't catch him. He's still on the run.
Yep, and see that's the thing, because when it comes to those people, I don't know. I don't. I was threatened by a legal immigrant, and I end up losing my job and everything because of that man. And I don't know how his name is Carlos, and he don't speak no English.
We live in a predominantly
Stop it, girl. You made me laugh.
Hispanic
Stop.
area, and my daughters, well, not daughters, my daughter, sorry, y'all, my dog has cancer and she's
I did it.
coughing. She didn't want to go to school today because they were doing like a student-led walkout to protest the frozen agency.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, which I
no,
think is
my
the
goodness,
stupidest
baby.
thing ever to do.
Well, and she didn't want to go because she didn't want to walk out, but because she's in the minority at her school, she didn't want retaliation against her.
Right.
So, but everything ended up working out because she had a band concert tonight, and I was like, well, and if she's not there for at least half the day, then they can't play. I was like, just use that as your excuse.
It's
It's
sad.
crazy.
It's sad. It is.
He had 4 felony warrants for his arrest and
That's what I heard.
Yeah. He didn't have a deportation order or nothing like that, but he's an illegal immigrant. So he was on
He has warrants, which
yes, has warrants through a bonding company, like high dollar felony warrants on a bonding company.
okay.
So my buddy, which is part of, we call him fugitive recovery agent or fugitive task force, because that's what we do. We serve warrants and things like that. Yeah, he was unalive while he was serving the warrants, and the guy ran and left and took off. They found the truck, but they have not found him.
And that's scary, because how do these people get IDs and stuff like that? You got one name, what's his name?
They get this shit made, girl.
You tell me how in the hell. Well, and I'm in Tennessee, but I work in 48 different states. My problem is and stuff, why are we bonding somebody that lives out of the country in Alabama
But
and
let
stuff,
me explain to
knowing
you that.
he could take off and leave?
Let me explain to you that, because on his ID it says that he's a citizen because his name's Tommy, allegedly. Well, I'm not talking about the person you're talking about, but just for example, his name is Tommy, but that's not his real name. But he got an ID with Tommy Garcia. You know what I'm saying? And they're looking for a Tommy Garcia. His name is not Tommy Garcia.
Yeah. I've posted it on all of my social medias and stuff because, like I said, we don't know where he went. He could have went anywhere.
He probably went back home.
So
he probably
That's like
went
when
back home.
the truck was found like 20, 30 minutes down the road. A couple days later.
Sorry.
I think it was 2 days later.
Yep. And that's my thing. You got these people that could commit crimes, get paid. These people put hits on people, pay the criminal for doing a job, and then they go back home rich.
I don't know if it'll let me post the link or not, but if I can get it posted and stuff, if y'all would share it, I'd appreciate it.
Absolutely. If you want to send it
Sure.
to private message.
Yeah, let me do that real quick. Let me go copy the link and I'm going to send it to you, Allie.
Sweetheart, that's like whenever you call customer service and you talk to Paul and his accent's so thick you can't even understand him say hello.
He's from Haiti.
Yeah.
I got no ketchup, so I'm sour creaming it.
Sour cream.
They look good though. And they sound crunchy.
It's so good.
I looked up the update on Granny. And
I buttered that shit. It's so good.
the update on Granny is the glow.
I know air fry is supposed to be healthy, but I done ruined it with butter. But I love me some butter. This ass don't stay this way without butter. Just saying.
Granny's update today is they put the DNA from the gloves in and nothing came back.
Of course not.
This whole thing is just the Granny thing really bothers me.
All right,
My mom is.
I sent it to you, Allie, in private message and with the link and the pictures of him.
Thank you. I will get that posted as soon as I'm done with the live.
Granny thing bothers me because these people got a lot of money and the border is so close to her house. It's underground tunnels. It's so easy to get into Mexico. And it was so easy to do what they did, take the money, and now they're rich in their country. They're rich.
I don't think it has anything, excuse me. I don't think it has anything to do with going across borders. That's my opinion. I think it's an inside job. I mean, I've been screaming it from the top of the mountains here since day 2.
No one's gotten paid. Now they switched I guess they don't want now the Bitcoin, they want cryptocurrency. If not, this is the 5th letter they sent to TMZ saying that.
Well, and then I seen somebody comment earlier. Why are they sending all this to TMZ?
Did they explain that in like the 2nd or 3rd letter, they do have the person that's sending this claims that they have warrants and have like a history with the law. So they want TMZ to be the go-between, and TMZ said like we will be, like we're sending everything over to the FBI. We will be the go-between. But so they sent him another letter today stating that if they don't pay the gruesome details that they're going to do to Granny, but yet we're in week 3
no proof of life.
They won't show proof of life.
Right. That doesn't, I mean, come on.
And then they said that someone slammed, like a different co-host or a different star, I guess, slammed the way that Savannah is like handling the situation.
Well, they all are. I mean, if you guys look at my FYP page, you'll see I posted yesterday, reposted, about her book that she wrote in 2024. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why would she reenact a kidnapping where's cousin Terry? Like, let's talk about that.
What about the great niece Lucy or Lucy and her boyfriend?
I think they were let go. Everyone they have swatted and got all these things and these people to go out there. Not the one guy, wasn't his name Carlos or something like that? He was just a random guy driving down the road and they took him and his whole family in, and he had nothing to do with it. Then they did like federal warrants and SWAT teams and forensics. They found nothing. Then
we're going to every neighbor's houses and researching.
They went to all the pew pew shops with a picture with 40 people's pictures that purchased the same holster that the guy had in the picture. That's such a long shot.
I'm convinced at this point they're just out there on training scenarios.
Didn't they have a gun show on the 31st? They had a gun show in the area.
I've heard that.
It was like
I haven't confirmed that because I haven't looked into that, but I did hear that.
Yeah, I heard it too. And I'm like, okay, well, if they had this gun show on the 31st and the 1st, Granny went missing on the 3rd.
Let me see. Let me go look.
And y'all in the comments don't be hating on me for eating, because if I turn my camera off, I'm gonna get flagged, because y'all, somebody's reporting. Somebody wants to see my damn face. So here's my
That's
fry,
hard.
and here's my sour cream.
I ain't turning my damn camera on.
Seriously, every time I get warnings, and I get flagged.
But yet I watch people all day long that don't ever get in the
I
camera at
know.
all.
Every time.
That's so
I feel
weird.
like it's either TikTok wants to see my damn face, or
Somebody's just reporting and trying to
somebody's
be a
reporting.
bitch.
Well, and you know that's what it is.
So it says that,
Be a bitch, but can't be a bitch to my face.
okay, Wifey said they did have a pew pew show in Pima Fairgrounds, and it says that they entered the gloves that they found, but there was no DNA whatsoever on the gloves. Huh? How is that even possible?
If there wasn't, then those
But didn't they
were
send the wrong
potentially the
glove?
ones that were on top of the other ones.
Girl, today I got called a racist.
Why?
I can't.
Did you see how fast I came back?
So, there's a lot of stuff going on with politics, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't get involved in certain things, but there is certain things I do get involved.
Okay.
Like, I've never done this white race, black, Mexicans. I don't see the color. Like, I don't
Neither do
see,
I.
that's not me. I don't see that.
Born in
And
Saginaw, Michigan.
somebody told me I was racist because, so I've always, looked at the rebel flag as being like a Southern heritage thing. Because of the way,
Confederate flag.
yeah, because of the way I was raised. It was just Southern heritage. It's where you're from, right? I'm from the South. And somebody called me a racist. I was like, well, I guess you ain't looked at none of my stuff on none of my social medias because my husband's family is black. The fuck?
I just think there's so many things.
Like, if
Don't
they
take it
would
like
stop the stupid shit that was back in the 1860s or whatever, the world is not, that's not what the world's supposed to be about.
Exactly. I do want to, wifey. I do want to say you're absolutely right. There was DNA on the glove. Now that I'm thinking about it, and the DNA that they found was not in the system.
Yeah, I seen that
So it's
too.
unknown.
So
It's
why
unknown.
there's DNA in the house they're waiting for? Oh my God.
Yeah,
Bright, I saw that
Arizona
happen to someone
DNA.
else I knew that they believed they were, from the South. I don't get involved with any of it. I don't get involved with politics. I don't get involved with not one thing. Let
We all
people
have
think
to
what they
remember,
want.
history repeats itself, right? It's been known to repeat itself, and that's the problem. Like I don't know. It's really bothersome to me that anybody would say that to you, Bryn. Don't just let it roll off your shoulder. You know who you are. They know nothing about you. I think a lot of people just say things to just be hurtful, or just. I just want to tell you that don't let that bother you.
It's an easy way to attack someone to be like, oh, this is what they are, because then it kind of puts like a target. But like, I mean, Allie, you know who you are.
Mm-hmm. And so wifey is saying she's a local, to where Nancy Guthrie's home is, and she's just ready kind of for this case to be solved, and
I'll be
obviously
right
for
back, y'all.
All right.
people to go home.
Wifey,
That's how I felt when we were doing the Rebecca Park case.
mm-hmm.
And that's kind of why I got involved. Like, enough's enough, I mean, it's a big mess.
So wifey's local. What's your take on it? What do you think happened? I don't think we ran into any locals.
Mm-mm. see if I can invite her back or invite her.
So I did. I was watching something today. I don't remember. I think it was JLR Investigates or something. And he was at a golf course that's supposedly 2 miles down the road. Talking about nobody
Dolly
has
Vision?
searched that golf course.
Dolly Vision.
Yes, I think that's what it was. It's shut
Yeah,
down or something.
I'm ready for him to go home too.
Oh, I bet.
I'm ready for
Dolly just
him,
came back.
JLR.
Dolly
I heard-
came back because
Yeah, he did come back.
Remember, Dolly was supposed to see something that made him panic, and he went home for a week, and he just got back today.
It's because he found he ran up on a BODY in the road, and it was actually from a hit and run. So the person was deceased.
Oh, Lord.
It had nothing to do with the raids. Nothing to do with the raids at all.
I'm sure it's a circus there. To be
It's
honest.
more than a circus. Through the grapevine, I think BHB is going to be coming over, and I'm like, oh, Lord have mercy. She's going to get eaten alive down here.
Right.
I can't stand that woman, and I hope she doesn't take a bullhorn to that community because, so where Nancy lives, it's the Catalinas, and that's money. I mean, that area's money. And it's a lot of elderly people, like snowbirds or people that were snowbirds that actually purchased and retired down here. She takes a bullhorn to that community. Yeah, we're gonna have problems.
Wifey, what happened with the neighbors? Did they move?
No, so we have something called the Gem and Mineral Show. It happens every year. It's huge. We're not talking like just like a convention center. Gem and Mineral Show. It happens every year. It's huge. It's near downtown, so it's like blocks and blocks of people that come from all over the world with gem and minerals, and they sell it for like jewelry. Some use it just to have like yard stuff out. It's very high dollar. So that neighbor actually is a gymnast. That's what he does. He sells at the gym show, and the gym show just ended.
So the house is not for sale or for rent or anything?
Are you talking about the gentleman that JLR
Yeah, the one that
So the gentleman that JLR basically doxed is a neighbor, and he does the Gem and Mineral Show. That's why he had all those boxes that he was loading out of his car.
Oh, okay.
So down the road a little bit, there is new construction. Like it has the walls up, but I don't think it's sealed yet. Do you know what I mean?
I would have never guessed that. Yeah, I would have never guessed a gym show because the way they were saying is like he had paperwork or something, and I'm like that. Like, why would he leave in broad daylight with all that paperwork?
Right.
Right. Yeah.
But they make it out to be something that it isn't. They need ratings too.
Well, I just hope that gentleman has that shit locked up somewhere else now that JLR doxed him. Because that's what people, I mean, you hear about it all the time during the Gem and Mineral Show, and the cops are pretty, well, in past years, it's thick down there. Like you can't walk like 2 blocks without seeing squad cars everywhere because that's how high dollar this stuff is.
Yeah, I have some that I paid $4 to $8K for a piece. That like they're legit collectors edition. You know, like I mean, we're talking a rock, but
Right.
Yeah.
Like
they are.
crystals are beautiful. I mean, there's some
Yeah.
crystals you can't even get here that are brought from another country, and that's why they bring them to our gem show to sell. 'Cause a lot
Yeah.
of it is hard to get.
Yep, I've got some from all across the world.
So,
Mines that
just
are
out of
closed.
curiosity, what is your take on this? Like, what do you think? Where do you think is Nancy still here with us? I mean, we have our opinions, but like, what do you think? We're at like day 19, right?
Yeah, in about 30 minutes, it'll be day 20. I don't think she's here with us. I don't think she went to Nogales. Um, I don't know. I I don't think she went through Nogales. If she went to Mexico, because she is an hour and a half from driving, and that's with heavy traffic, right?
Right.
But at 2 o'clock in the morning, I would assume because you have to go through the interstate. The interstate has construction up by her house because they're widening it. Around Tucson, there's always construction. You can't get through it. Um, but I would think if they went down to Nogales, they still have to go through like Sahuarita, Green Valley, and then Mato, and then Rio Rico, and then Nogales, right? I don't think they would drive that far. I think if she were to go to Mexico, she would have went in through Puerto Penasco, which is Rocky Point.
And my whole thing is, I don't think she would. I mean, she would have took her medicine with her.
Well, that's the thing. Like, that's
She
where
didn't
I
have her
come in.
meds.
Her pacemaker has this little thing that you hook on your keychain. That way, if anything happens, it alerts somebody.
She didn't have that. She had her iPhone that connected
Yeah,
to
and she
her
had her Apple
iWatch.
Watch.
Oh, so
So,
hers was different than
yeah.
okay.
So, and this is the other thing. This is what I kept
Which I mean,
screaming.
she still didn't take her medicine.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know what's been taken out of the house. See, that's the whole thing with Nanos, which is our sheriff. There's a lot of people bashing him. I respect him because he's our sheriff, right? He was voted into office. He can be an asshole. I ain't gonna lie. But my thing is with a lot of the panels that I've been listening to, don't bash him because he hasn't worked a case like this
No,
since since Gabby was shot at Safeway. Oh, I'm sorry, pew-pewed at Safeway, where a little girl and a judge were also schmurdered. That was his first high risk case, like somebody, because she was our senator, right? Now her husband is our senator. So I just find it crazy that everybody wants to bash him. I get that he made mistakes. I get
Well,
it.
and he's
But everybody
green
was
too.
human.
He's green at this. This is new. This is not something that happens all the time. Like
Right.
there, right?
Right.
I mean, that's like the incident with us right now dealing with the illegal immigrant that unalive one of my partners. You know, they're not, it wasn't being sent out to other counties. It wasn't being sent out to other states. They were just keeping it right there, you know, in that local area. And
So
that has made it hard for us.
Right. And
I have
that's what sucks here too, because our immigration is bad in Arizona too.
Oh, yeah. I
Wifey,
believe it.
can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So, allegedly, Nanos, he was under federal investigation. I believe it was like 2019 or something. And did his partner commit suicide?
I didn't hear that. He wasn't underneath federal investigation. His team was that he was managing.
Yeah.
I didn't, to be honest with you, I don't vote for the sheriff.
See, that's just what I heard, that under the federal investigation, she or they unalived themselves allegedly while under investigation.
That could be a possibility. I have to look into that because I know that he was the interim sheriff for a little bit until he ran for sheriff.
Yeah. And I kind of found that it was like kind of amusing because I'm like, if he was, or if they were under investigation allegedly over whatever it was, then why would she unalive herself or himself? I just didn't understand that.
Yeah, I didn't hear that. I don't really pay that much attention. I live in the county, so when I call emergency, I get the sheriff's department. But generally, once they get my address, they'll send the local PD. It's really weird where I live, but like other panels I've been listening to, they're bitching because of the cameras. What they don't understand is Pima County alone covers the Catalinas, right? Oro Valley. It covers some of Tucson. It covers Vale. It covers Sahuarita. It covers Green Valley. It covers Amado.
That's how it is here where I live at.
Yeah, we have over 1 million people in Pima County. 1 million. Let that sink in. And that's not including people that are walking through the desert from Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot to cover, you know? And we don't have donkeys walking around our streets. We don't have cactuses jumping out at us. I have to make that really clear because there's one creator on here that keeps saying that Tucson is so wild. All this stuff happens. You know what? You have 1 million people. You do have good apples. You have bad apples. You have the same shit in every big city.
How do y'all feel about JLR?
I'm ready for him to go home. He's crazy. I saw him the first day he arrived to Tucson.
Have
and
you
I
Googled,
died
has
laughing.
anybody Googled his name?
He's a felon. He has a felony, and he spent time in the mental hospital in Kentucky for his crimes. He's so happy. He committed
Dude, do you
fraud.
know? Yes, a fraud. Allie, when I looked him up, I was like, oh my God.
Girl, don't get me started on looking people up. You know me.
Oh, it's
You
not
already know
hard.
how I am.
It's not hard. You just type in his name and his mugshot comes up.
Like
Oh my
everything. We're talking about so much fraud.
Oh,
Like, and that's why,
gosh.
because I followed him on YouTube, and I watched him a lot, and a lot of the things that are happening, it seems as if something's happening on the right, we're going left. Allegedly.
Yes.
The thing
Well,
with JLR is he's I don't want to get into politics, but I'm just gonna say this. He's very right, and some of the stuff that comes out of his mouth, because I was watching some of the stuff that he was covering about Minneapolis, right? My daughter lives outside of Minneapolis, and some of the shit that he says, I'm just like, they have a right to protest. Quit calling them that. Quit saying that. They'll do what they want. They're not killing people, murdering people. So I don't, the only time I really started getting into him is when he arrived here and he was, I shit you not, the first day touching cactus. I'm like, dude, you're going to get a baby prick in there and it's going to get infected and you're going to lose your finger.
please lose a finger.
I was really hoping he'd walk out in the middle of the desert and find some jumping choyos
I
because
don't know, he drives me nuts. I don't know. It's hard for me to even watch
It
him.
was weird because he went under a viaduct, seen 2 homeless people, gave them some dog food and $100 gift card.
yeah, she was living underneath the bridge. She got evicted. It had a
But
lot
it
to
was
do with
underwear hanging on the trees in a box of shoes, and when he came back, he had bags on his car.
yeah. You see a lot of homeless encampments like that. Even this today when I was watching him, he was got permission to go to somebody's house. Like I didn't catch all of it. I was crocheting and he goes, God, it smells. Like it's not like they could take a shower, right? And that's what's really frustrating about this case is that we have homeless encampments where they're finding people's bodies and they're deceased and they're not getting the traction. We had a hiker go missing around the same time that Nancy went missing. He was 61. He was a hiker. He didn't even get the traction until they found him deceased.
Right. That's
And
everywhere.
it's frustrating.
It
So
is very
somebody in the
frustrating.
comments said people change. JR has a past. It's okay. Okay. So yes, I get there's a lot of people that do have a past and people do change. But the thing of it is, this guy since January the 8th of 2026 has filed over 2,600 lawsuits.
What?
Lawsuits. Yes, listen. It says Jonathan Lee Riches is a convicted fraudster known for many lawsuits he has filed in various United States district courts. Riches was incarcerated at Federal Medical Center in
So
Lexington,
how much?
Kentucky. Hold on, I'm getting there. Federal Medical Center, Lexington, Kentucky, for wire fraud under the terms of a plea bargain. His release date was April the 30th, 2012. He was arrested for violating his federal probation in December 2012 when he left the Eastern District of the state of Pennsylvania without permission. He drove to Connecticut and impersonated the uncle of Adam Lanza, the pupil in the Sandy Hook Elementary School incident. January 8th, since January 8th, he has filed over 2,600 lawsuits, some of which have received considerable press attention. Among the more famous defendants of his lawsuits, New England Patriots coach Bill Belichick, former President of the United States George W. Bush, Attorney General of the United States Janet Reno, Martha Stewart, NASCAR driver Jeff Gordon, former Atlanta Falcons quarterback Michael Vick, entrepreneur Steve Jobs, celebrity blogger Perez Hilton, Falcons quarterback Michael Vick, entrepreneur Steve Jobs, Hilton, Britney Spears, Immigration and Naturalization Services, to prevent him from being deported to Pakistan and tortured upon his release from prison in March of 2012.
What?
Yeah. I'm sitting here looking at every bit of it. In May of 2009, he filed for an injunction against the Guinness Book of World Records, seeking to stop them from listing him as the most something individual in history. Because he was in the Guinness Book of World Records for the fraud.
And here's the thing. I don't think a lot of his...
790 people.
Right. I don't think people that follow him, because, like, I mean, at one time I saw, like
I
the
don't
head of the
follow
squad.
I don't follow him.
He had like 80,000 people in his room. And, like, I only donate, like, money for good causes, right?
Yeah, he even wrote a book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been there. I don't do it anymore. Because sometimes those good deeds you think you're doing aren't really going to good deeds. Unfortunately.
And he's getting like 199 here, 200 here, 50 here. I mean, like, all day. And I'm sitting here thinking, there's a gentleman that just arrived to Tucson, 4 days ago? And it's Dad's Gone Live.
Yeah.
He's from Bakersfield. And I followed him way before this whole situation. And this guy is like genuine. Like, he thanks everybody. Like, he gets a ding and he's thanking you. Like, he's very personable, like an everyday type of guy. And he doesn't even get that traction that JLR does. And it's because he listens to his chat and then he gets them all ravved up, and it's just crazy. And I get everybody does have a past, but you just need to watch who you donate to and what you're donating to. Because, yeah, he's crazy. But I'm just ready for them all to go home. And when I saw Dolly was back, and I'm like, shit, now it's going to be Bullhorn Betty next week. And I'm like, oh, please find this woman.
Well, why not start a search party? Nobody started a search party.
Like, look, Allie, there's pages and pages and pages. Everybody that he has scammed. There was one, $1 billion lawsuit that he was in. It says $1 billion, $63 billion.
Thank you.
Wow.
I mean, how many? So my
All
question
case numbers.
How many cases has he actually won?
No, he didn't win them. He's lost them because
Right.
he's doing it through fraud.
Right. So how many cases has he won? None.
None.
So you're asking why there's not a search party? The thing is so you have an 84-year-old grandma missing, and she can only walk 50 yards with help of a cane, right?
Right.
We know she did not. We knew that her mental capacity was all there, right? She doesn't have dementia, Alzheimer's, she doesn't have anything like that.
Right.
She did not walk away from her house.
No.
He got into a vehicle. We don't know what vehicle. We don't know where it went. So, I mean, they did have Border Patrol there the first day or two searching around her location. But the reason why there's no search parties is what are we searching for? We don't have a car. We don't have a specific time. They've done air. They've done Border Patrol. They even did that new thing in the helicopter with the sniffer for her pacemaker. Nothing there. So, I mean, we could do search parties and go look, but where do we start?
Exactly.
Right.
And
It
you're
was like a
talking
hot
about the
spot at that point.
Catalinas, man. That's huge. And we have the law where you can't, it's called Black Arizona, basically, where you don't have street lights. You only have them on the main roads because of the observatories for the
Yeah,
stars.
we
and all
don't
that
have
stuff,
street
so.
lights. We don't have street lights on our back roads where I live at. No
That's a
That's
street
funny
lights.
scary.
thing. She doesn't live in the back roads. She lives on off of Skyline and Campbell. That is the most ritziest area. They have like a BJ's there. As a matter of fact, if you live in Tucson or surrounding areas, to get to an Apple store, you have to go to Catalina. It's in that shopping mall that JLR was in. That's the only Apple store that we have, besides like Verizon or T-Mobile. But a physical Apple store is there. Like it's there. It's clear up there. I hope they find her alive, but we're 20 days in and there's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely. Sorry, guys.
It's
I got to take my face off there for just a minute
it's
until I
kind
get
of
warned again.
it's crazy, y'all. It's crazy, and a lot of the evidence was allegedly dismantled. The house wasn't blocked off. You had pool cleaners. You have sprinkler workers. Allegedly, it's just too much. Nothing was done right, and
From
it
day
looked like a
one.
scam.
Yeah, I agree. I agree that the ball was dropped there. Um, but this is the way I look at it, right? The pool cleaner, you probably could have gotten away with not having it. But this is the way I look at it, right? You probably could have gotten away, but here in Arizona with the rain, that stuff would have green slime in it. That's why I sold my house with a swimming pool in the back because I got tired of weekly cleanings, especially during monsoon season. So that's why I sold my house. Tired of weekly cleanings. Probably could have lived without that, but that's something that the Guthries asked for, to go ahead and keep monsoon season. So she probably could have lived with Guthrie's asked for on her schedule. And now as far as the sprinkler, it was shooting a lot of water straight up in the air. And Arizona does to go ahead and keep sprinkler. It was in the air. And Arizona does not have water. For as many people as we have water,
Right.
right?
There's a certain amount of water that you can use, right?
Right. So in the summer, like if you have grass at your house, like Nancy does, she has a grass patch in the back.
Right.
And in the summertime, you can only use so much water to water your grass.
That's what I thought.
Grass patch in the back. In the summertime, you can only use so much water. Now, our sprinkler systems that are hooked up, we don't have the ones that have the spigots. We just have like a drip system on our outdoor desert. I don't know what you call it, desert landscaping. We have a drip system, so it drips so long and then it turns itself off. But with hers, it was going straight up in the air. And water is expensive down here. As far as like, because I'm sure she has Tucson water or whatever it is. I don't know what it is up there. But that I could see being fixed. I'm just thankful that they have evidence from inside the house that wasn't contaminated. So,
Yeah.
and they got what they needed outside as far as her blood and stuff like that. Did they mess up on the cameras? Yeah. Did they not get what they needed from the cameras? I'm kind of iffy on that because it's Google Nest. She didn't have a subscription, which shame on her kids for not making sure she had that, considering you're worth $40 million. Um, I don't think the sheriff was able to get it until the FBI came in, because I feel like they would have needed like a federal warrant to get it pushed through to Google. Do you know what I mean? Rather than just a state warrant.
Yes.
And that's what's like frustrating, but at least we got it, right? But there has to be more. That woman had cameras on every single corner. She had it on the guest house. There would have to be something more. Like there had to be a vehicle. You're not putting an 84-year-old woman on a Rhino, which is a side, like a truck side by side 4-wheeler kind of thing. They didn't go in there on a 4-wheel. They ain't going out on a 4-wheel. So I would feel like there would have to be some sort of vehicle, car, truck, something that they could see.
They only got one person.
I agree.
It seems like it was multiple people involved, allegedly. They only got one person, no vehicle, no forced entry.
I think they have two suspects, don't they? And when they did side by sides, one of them looks like a female.
Forced entry.
I think did side by sides. One of them looks like.
What's funny is I kept saying it was two people, because if I understand that one's grainier than the other, but if you look at the second grainy picture,
two different pictures.
Yeah, I
different
believe
people. I mean,
yeah, I believe the one that didn't have the backpack, had like a camouflage jacket on, because that's what it looks like.
It's like, how about if it was 3 people, one waiting in the car, 2 people go in,
and that could be.
We just don't know until they release something. Until they release more video, we're not going to know. But even if another house got some sort of drive-by on it, you're not going to be able to see what color it is. I mean, you can't even see in front of your face out there at night.
Well, and they just asked for all the footage from the neighbors, like if there's any footage. So where is that footage? I mean, obviously they're going to be processing it, but they're asking for help from the community. They're asking for everybody's help. So why aren't they, if they're getting footage from other people? And I know that, like, let's talk about Ring service. If you're involved, if you're in the Ring subscription and you choose to be in the neighborhood subscription, then you give access to the police department. They automatically have access to that. Like, what about that?
What if they're all allegedly scared?
Even if you don't have a subscription, I mean, I'm very anal. I have a regular camera at my front door, like up at the top, and then I have a Ring camera, and then I have the exact same thing. I live on a second story, but I still have a camera on my back balcony, because I'm always, because I live in the dark, right? I'm always afraid somebody's going to get like a ladder or something, or have a camera on my back balcony, because I live in the dark, right? Something, or crawl up the wall into my back balcony and come into my house. So I know that with my cameras, I don't have a subscription, but I will be come tomorrow. I will have a subscription, but I know that the companies keep them.
Right.
They keep them in their servers. It's not for the people that own them to view it, because they didn't pay for it.
Right. And that's what I was saying in the beginning. Like, even though there wasn't a subscription paid for by Nancy Grace or the family of the home, and I posted this like a week and a half ago, Tommaso and Annie, well, basically Tommaso had power of attorney of the estate of the home. Like, something doesn't add up here. And that was what, 2000 and 24?
Oh, you're talking about Annie and her husband.
Yes.
So that's not unusual, though. I mean, so like,
but why wouldn't it go in Annie's name and not even in Tommaso's name? Like, that doesn't.
I mean, so
in Annie's, that doesn't, like, so if my mom was to do that, like, wouldn't it, I would just assume it would go in my name. And like, if something happened to me, my husband would be the secondary.
Well, I'm not. They're number one.
That's how
They're
mine is. My husband
yeah,
is my next.
but I don't know how that works when you're a dual citizen because you know that he's a dual citizen, right?
Right, right. But like, so he should have primary,
Because you know that he's a dual citizen, right?
right, right. Gain on that house over Annie.
Well, see, that's what I'm trying to figure out because the down payment on that house was $250,000.
Well, I thought they bought the house for 80 some $1,000.
No, no,
That
no. That house is probably a $650,000 house.
it is now, but like, didn't they buy it?
They
Her
bought it last
husband was,
year.
are we talking about, we're talking about Nancy's house.
No,
No,
Annie's
Nancy's house
house.
is Annie's house. Yeah, Annie.
Annie and Tommaso just bought their house last year and they put
Okay, right.
$250,000 down.
But
But
no, what I'm at saying is that Nancy gave power of attorney of the estate to her home to Tommaso first and then Annie secondary.
oh, see, I didn't hear that.
Yeah,
I
I've
know
got her home first and then Annie secondary. Got
that her
the
house is in
unsealed
a
documents.
yeah, her house is in a trust and the trust is in Nancy's name.
So
Your
I don't
trust
know.
your trust is out like so my mother-in-law just passed away before Christmas and we made sure that her house was in a trust. So it would say the trust of and then my mother-in-law's name. And then in that trust documentation, it had all of her children's name in it. So that she didn't have to go to probate. So
Right. And
maybe her trust is the same way.
okay. I was just curious, like, and I know she has to be alive, power of attorney, like she would have to still be alive,
Yeah, see,
for
on
any
my
of that.
stuff, on my trust stuff and stuff, I everything's in my name, but my two sons and then my husband is how mine goes in order.
Now, for power of attorney, they could have done that as Tommaso the first and Annie the second, and then the rest of the children, because they live in the same town. The other
That's what
children
I
do
thought.
not. But the thing with POA is, even if you have POA, if she were to die, the POA ends.
Right. That's what I thought.
No, it
And
does.
then,
Once they
okay.
take their once Nancy was to pass, the POA is voided because usually the POA is only for medical.
Right. So this is the POA was just for this the state of the home, like the sale of the home,
Mm. I'll have to
which
look
was
into
kind of weird.
that.
Which was kind of weird.
Yeah. And I know that in May of last year, Annie had power of attorney over Tommaso, which I thought was really weird because generally
Why?
when you're a spouse, you're automatically the next to kin.
Well, that depends because in the state of Tennessee, it's a little bit different. So, my power of attorney is my mother, not my husband. And she is power of attorney over like medical. So, I have a trust fund. She is a POA on it. My husband isn't like my mother is everything.
Mm-hmm.
My husband isn't nothing until I pass.
Okay.
Is the way mine's set up because my grandmother had she had property assets and things like that, and I'm the only granddaughter, so all that was left to me,
Okay.
with the agreement assets and things like that, and I'm the only granddaughter, so it meant that I would not touch that trust unless it had something to do with medical or with my children,
Okay.
with the agreement that I would not touch you with medical or with my children.
Yeah. Okay. So you had it set up specifically for
Yes,
that. Yeah.
yes,
That makes sense. I mean,
and
because
I
it
can't
belongs in
take
your
money.
family.
Yeah, I can't take nothing out of it without my mother and father being there. So
Okay. Yeah, every trust and stuff like that, especially when it's inherited, it's totally different for each case. But
yeah,
I just thought it was weird that she had power of attorney over her husband.
it's
That is
it's
weird.
different in each case, and it's different in each state how a lot of things work. A
And
power
then
of attorney can be a lot.
I do have a question though. Maybe you heard this or not, but I've mentioned it like twice and since I started the live. But did you hear that in 2024 that Savannah published a book, and in the book she talked about like incidents about the kidnapping, like they would play this game and cousin Terry would kidnap them
Yeah, it's
and
in her
then they
book.
yeah, like what do you feel about like that really gives me the I mean I've had the creeps the whole time, like I've been screaming from the rooftops about being an inside job. Like what do you feel like? This doesn't make any sense. None of this makes any sense.
I mean, how do
Um,
you write a book and have that whole scenario in there? And now look what.
Right.
well, whatever happened to 50 states? Savannah's not that much older than I am, and I didn't play kidnapping games. But I can
Mm-hmm.
tell you right now, cousin Tracy is old. She's
Right, she's
older.
75.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, she's
has
older.
anybody checked on cousin Tracy? Like
I
I'm a little
don't.
concerned.
I don't know. I've never heard of playing ransom, but
Me neither. Like I played bank. Somebody on here played, what was it? Um Miriam, you said what'd you say, girl?
Girl, we were playing Survivor and we were voting off people in our family.
Oh,
Yes,
I'm
yes.
getting a warning. Here we go. I gotta put my face back on, guys.
That was
we
in the
played 50
'90s, though.
states. We played 50 states. So like when we would travel like to Phoenix or to Flagstaff, we would try cuz Arizona's a snowbird state, right? So it's really
Mm-hmm.
easy to get all of the states. But that's what we played. We didn't do no kidnapping or Wild Wild West. No,
Me
we
and my
didn't do
mom
What do
any of
you
drove
that.
from Tennessee all the way to Vegas, and I swear, going through Arizona seemed like it was the longest part of the drive.
What do you think
Really?
about Lucy?
To me, it
I think.
did.
Yeah, Lucy.
What do you think about Lucy, wifey? Is that her niece or her great great niece or somebody like that who just got it locked up or something?
Oh, you're talking about Kayla.
So, Allie, I'm gonna get some sleep. I had a rough day with the
Okay.
doctors today and getting staples and stuff taken out,
Okay. Well, thank you for joining.
and having to be on bed rest for the next 4 to 6 weeks, if not longer. It's like irritating the shit out of me because you know me, Allie. I'm
I
always at
know.
work.
I know. I know.
Always at work.
I know. Will you keep in touch, okay? I love you. Get some
All
sleep.
right. I will love you
I'm
too.
praying for you.
Praying for you, girl.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye, hon.
wifey.
Are you
Oh,
asking about Kayla Day?
I think that is that her name.
Yeah, it's Kayla Day, and she's not related to the Guthries. There's two Guthrie families in the state of Arizona that I could see, and she's related to the other Guthrie. She's not related to Savannah.
But wasn't Nancy's last name Day before she got married?
Nope, it was long.
Oh,
That's what I thought.
okay.
So Kayla Day is actually Luke's girlfriend, the guy in the Range Rover. And I just find it very fascinating that she got arrested on the 12th, held on no bond, and that bust happened on the 13th. So I feel that she's chirping to get out of Pima County Jail or to get her charges reduced. So she's snitching, and I think that's how they got the federal warrant to go raid his house with his mother.
That's crazy. It doesn't make sense, y'all. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense about the Rio Rico case either. Carlitos, he definitely needs to hire an attorney, and he definitely needs to pursue that.
But why did they lock him up? Because he was a Uber driver in that area, or he delivered something
No,
from.
he didn't get locked up. He got detained. And this is
Yeah,
what
yeah.
happened. Marana Police Department Pima County Sheriff and Santa Cruz. So Rio Rico is another county. It's not even Pima County. It's Santa Cruz County. And they were following him. And that's when he pulled over and waited for them and asked them, what's up? Basically, why are you
Julia's saying he
following
did
me?
hire an attorney.
Yeah, I did see that. I hope it's a civil rights attorney, though. But yeah, what they did to him was wrong. And I hope that they pay for that woman's doors because they knocked in most of her doors inside her house.
Yeah, he
That's
said
insane.
he been being doxxed since then. He got people outside his house. He said.
Yeah, and he lives out there. I used to live in Rio Rico. Hang on, my cat is climbing on everything.
So why did they do that? Like, what gave them the right to do that?
It was probably through a tip. And
And they had a
I don't think he door dashed in Tucson. I think you know how like we have Amazon, right? Amazon has
yep,
flex drivers where they're in normal vehicles. They're not in an Amazon vehicle. Well, I think it's called DSL. They're the yellow trucks, the
yep,
yellow vans.
yep.
They have people that deliver in their cars. And I think that's what he was doing. And I was watching them go through his car on JLR's live. And, his theory is like, why does he have that stick? Why are there so many boxes? Why are there so many packages? That's what he does for a living.
Right.
I just hope that he sues because that's wrong. Now, as far as the ones in the Catalinas that got raided, that Brian Eaton was inside the perimeter, that was a federal thing. So I know he has an attorney. I don't know if he could sue Pima County for that because that was a federal warrant that the FBI got, and Pima County Sheriff wasn't even involved in it.
Yeah. So what was up with is that what we're talking about? The people that were in the home or the ones that they are not the home, but they were in or somewhere.
It
And
was the mother and the son.
okay.
The mother was in her 70s. They didn't
Cause
even,
I've been working and moving and things have been crazy hectic for the past like 7 days. And then my
yeah.
son and his baby were in premature labor. Like there was a lot going on.
Aw. Yeah.
So,
That was a federal search warrant. So the feds had to get that. And they didn't even detain the mom. They took her to the neighbor and asked the neighbor to keep an eye on her while they searched the house because you can't be in the house when they search it. And then there was a lot of miscommunication about the car that was towed the next day. They're like, oh yeah, the police impounded it. No, State Farm came and towed it because it was in a car accident last week and they totaled it out. So when they totaled out the vehicle, they own that vehicle. So they had it towed to wherever they scrap, right? So it's crazy. I can't keep up with it. I'm like, I just wish they would find her either way. Call it a day. All you YouTubers, TikTokers, y'all go home.
right. No, I get it. We just went through that here in Wexford County, in Michigan. And that's
Yeah.
kind of why I got into this. I feel exactly where you're at. I feel you. I was on TikTok and never did a live. Never joined a live, never joined a box. I just kind of scrolled through reams and kind of just laughed and looked at
Mm-hmm.
funny dog videos and just silly stuff. And then when it happened in my own town, and
Yeah, I watched you during that time too.
it really bothered me. Like, we're not all these people. Like, we're not
Mm-hmm.
bad people. And I couldn't sit there and just stay silent. I could not do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I caught a lot of slack. It is what it is. I'm not scared of that. But I'm going to stand up for the people that work hard. We have businesses. My husband has a business. I had a business. I'm in
Yeah.
HR. Like, now I do something totally different because I don't have to work as many hours, now that the kids are all gone. It's just insane. It's insane how it can change not just like the family's life that are affected,
Oh,
but
absolutely.
it changes the dynamic of your community.
It's just like that Carlitos guy. I mean, he has a bad rap now. I don't know if he will ever be able to deliver. Rio Rico is very, very tiny.
Right.
There's 2 exits for Rio Rico, and one of them has a truck stop. I mean, that's how tiny it is. They have one grocery store there. They have one car wash there. They have the truck stop a little bit farther down, like almost closer to Nogales. But it's like that poor man lost his apartment. His wife
All
and
because of
him.
this?
No. The reason why
Oh,
he
okay.
was living with his mother-in-law is because he had lost his apartment. Him and his wife or girlfriend lost the apartment, so they had to
Hmm.
move in with her. It was her house. And like, how is he going to recover?
Right.
His name has just been plastered through the mud, you know?
And getting a job. I mean, there's just so many aspects to hurting
Hmm.
people. Like, we're talking about a whole community, like your community, your children, your grandchildren. I'm not sure how old you are, but everything. I thought of the same thing. I'm like, my children grew up here. They're still, they're in college. Like my oldest son is about to have a baby. Like, and we're all here. Like, what the hell is going on? We're not all brother, sister, mother, screwers. We're not all that way. We're not.
Right.
I'm. It's just
And that's
so
what I felt.
terrible.
Yeah, I felt sad for the community around Cadillac because
It,
they're all like, "Oh,
I do
this
too.
one's in RSO and this one's in RSO." And the only thing I kept thinking is, "God, I got to check my surroundings." You know, my
Yeah, and
children
you
are
do.
older, 17 and 19, and neither one of them want children. And I'm like, "Well, that's the way you feel now. It could change." Um, but yeah, it's crazy.
It is.
Even watching what you guys were doing up there, and
Are you guys
oh,
looking at my
this
dog
is
on my
bad.
pillow?
Oh,
Oh, look at him.
Gimme,
He cute.
Gipsy. Look at her.
Oh,
Oh,
she's a
she
doll.
knows she's not supposed to be on my pillow. She just got a bath. She's mad at me.
yeah.
Oh, she's
So we'll
cute.
see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow
Yes.
is another day, another dollar for the YouTubers. I hope
Mm-hmm.
um I hope JLR gets warmer clothing and get rid of the red hoodie.
I don't follow him. I see some clips here and there, but I just I don't even know what to think about it. I really don't.
Well, for us
Um
Arizonans that are, I'm a transplant. I moved here 30 years ago, but when I first moved here, I'm originally from Iowa, and I moved down here, and it was like, okay, t-shirt and shorts
right, but
all
in
year
the at
long.
nighttime it's cold.
Oh, it's freezing right now. I am
Yeah.
wearing 2 pairs of pants,
Yeah.
my house slippers, a hoodie, a t-shirt, and it's
And in the
only like
summer,
50. It's 50
right,
right
and
now,
the,
but it's
right.
cold.
See 50 up here. I like today it was 48 degrees here, which was like
Hmm.
I had a t-shirt on. Like I'm happy. Now in Arizona, like my mom would tell me, when you go to Arizona in the summer, you don't walk outside without shoes on at
Oh, no,
all.
no, 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 no. Don't walk
And
out.
she was no, and she was right. Like it's straight up. You will burn your feet and not be able to walk for weeks.
Yeah, that's why our doggies and have booties with the plastic on the bottom.
Yep.
That I have a small dog. I have a Chiweenie, and that putting those on is like pulling teeth. I'm like, no, you have to wear
Uh-huh.
them. You have to wear them. I don't walk. Like I'm from Iowa. I'm used to being barefooted in the grass and
Me
everything. And I moved
too.
down here, and the first time I saw a scorpion, I don't. I wear anything on my feet. I wear socks around
Yeah.
my house, and like if I have to go out, it's tennis shoes. Like I don't. I'll do sandals in the summer, but it's hotter than hell. But in the winter, when you're here, and what people don't understand is, yeah, it may not snow in the valleys, right? Unless if you go further north.
Right.
But the desert cold is a different kind of cold.
It is. It's windy. It's
Hmm.
not the same. It's not the
Yeah,
same.
so I had my heat. I was sitting on my back patio when I came on, and I had my heater on me. I'm like, yeah, it's cold.
Like right now, I mean, it's probably, I don't know, 30 degrees outside. And I'm looking at my temperature and I've got it set at 55 degrees
Oh,
in my,
girl.
but I'm in perimenopause. So anything,
Hmm.
I'm like, I wake up raging and I'm all by myself.
tonight. So
Yes,
I'll
usually
make,
when I have those hot flashes, I'll get out of bed and walk outside onto the
yeah,
patio, and then it's freezing, and then I walk back in. My
yeah.
house never changes. My temperature is set at 72, whether it's in the summer or the winter.
Even in the summer, 72.
Well, yeah, it's
Oh my
expensive.
gosh.
I mean, so like I don't know how it works in the Midwest because I didn't live on my own in the Midwest. So I didn't like I lived
Hmm.
with my parents. I moved here when I was 18 with my parents, and it's expensive. In the summer, even set at 72, my electric bill is like $300 a month.
Oh my goodness.
In the winter, leaving it at 72, I used to do it at 69, but then my son's like, Mom, my room is freezing and I don't have enough blankets, kind of
Oh my
thing.
gosh. So like
So,
in our house, we have a quad level house, so 4 levels in Cadillac, and I work up north, and I just got my studio apartment here to work. And in our house in the winter right now, we keep it at 67 in the winter. My husband, I bet you any money if I looked on the Nest, it'd be at 72 right now. I guarantee it. Like, turn it down.
yeah, you gotta watch some dollars, man. Even the winter, my power bill's not. It's I think last month it was like 180, and I'm like, you all touch that thermostat, and we're gonna have a problem.
Right. I have to lock it. Well, he's got the code, so I'm kind of screwed.
I did buy a box on Amazon with the key, and my husband has a my oldest son is 19 and he's getting ready to graduate, and I did buy a box that goes around my thermostat with a key, but my husband
Hmm.
hasn't put it up yet because like in the summer it was just 4 or 5 days ago it was like 78 here, and he's like,
Oh,
Mom,
I'd love.
it's hot, and he turns my thermostat on air AC and he turns it all the way down to 69, and I'm like, I could just hear the quarters dropping. I'm like, I'm gonna hurt you if you don't stop this.
Yeah, you got to lock that stuff for sure.
So
Because in like I've had so how I learned the hard lesson. So when I first got with my husband, it was like 10 and a half years ago. So we had our first Thanksgiving, and his dad came into our house, and I'm cooking, right? And he has a huge family, huge. And I have a big family, but not as big as his.
mhm.
And we're double blended at the time. So we had 5 children in the house at that time. And on top of his whole family and mine, he literally his dad came in our house, and it was like set at 68, and it was reading 72. He turned it up to 93 degrees. And I shit you not when I say this. It got so hot in there. My thermostat was 103. I had every door and every window open. We had snow on the ground. Like it was insane.
Oh, I would
I'm
be
like,
so mad.
I was so pissed. My freaking DTE bill, my gas bill was like out of control just for the 4 hours because because of the heat from like all the cooking. Like I couldn't get it to come down.
It
Like
wouldn't
it'd come down
regulate.
5 hours because it couldn't, because of the heat from like all the cooking. It wouldn't. So like it would like so 103, like it would go down to like 98, and then it would go back up because I'd open the oven or the roaster, you know. And we're not cooking just one turkey, we're cooking three, you know.
Yeah,
Like
I
never
understand
again.
that. Yeah, that's like walking out in Arizona when it's 118 degrees outside. Dry heat, but it's
Ugh.
still hot. It was funny. I had a friend come down and visit me it's been a couple years in April, and she got into my car and she's like, "Why do you have hot pad holders in here?" And I'm like, "Oh, girl, that's my car staple. You know, that's for decoration." And she's looked at me and I'm like, "It's so when I start my car in the summer, I can touch my steering wheel. Like, cause literally you can't. It's so hot." And she's looked at me and I'm steering wheel. It's so hot you can't touch your steering wheel. Like you either have to let your car run, not sitting in it,
With air
Or
conditioning on.
yeah, or grab your hot pads, turn your air on, and go, and then eventually it'll cool off. But she was just funny. She goes, "Why don't you just get a window?" Yeah, or grab your and eventually it'll cool off. But just get a window covering. I'm like, oh, you mean the two that's in my back seat? Yeah, I double mine. It doesn't
Work.
work. Even with the steering wheel cover, it doesn't work. It's still hot.
Right. I've seen people like fry eggs, even with the pads in their windshields.
Oh yeah, it's crazy here. But I
So
just
my mom
wanted
used to stay down there, and
right.
she when before I was born, and she's told me so many stories recently, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like. And then I went down there to meet my Aunt Barb and Uncle Dick when I was really, really young, and I remember the whole sandal thing. Like I literally walked out the patio, and my feet were like instantly scorched, and I was like, so young.
Mm-hmm.
So I know better now.
Oh yeah, it's I want people to come here. I want them to see that. Yeah, that we have over Pima County has over 1 million people. It's not what people say it is. Do you have your drive-by shooting pew pews? Yes, every big
Hmm.
city does. It's not as bad as Phoenix, but it does.
So
There's
I know that you're probably getting ready to go to bed, but do you think that like one sheriff is enough? 1 million people. Like, shouldn't it be like separated by districts or something to where 1 million people for one sheriff? And I have given him so much grace just because this is a huge case. This is a worldwide case. This is going across the world.
yeah,
Just because of who it is and whose daughter that is involved in this, and et cetera, et cetera. Like it just seems like he's very nervous. He's very, I don't think he's uneducated, but anybody can run for sheriff, right?
right. It can be. It's
There's
voted in. Here's the thing with why we. So Pima County alone has 1 million people, but here's the thing: if you live, for example, if you live inside city limits, you have Marana Police Department, you have Oro Valley Police Department, you have TPD, South TPD. The only thing that the sheriff will answer calls with is the county, which is where she is, right? Because she doesn't live inside Tucson city
Well,
limits or Oro Valley. She's
right.
so it only covers the surrounding areas of Tucson and South. So
Okay.
like it if I were to call 911, sheriff would answer, but the city police would come to my house. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Yep.
So
Same
even though
here.
there's only one, so even this like he's the sheriff over all the deputies, but there's different subdivisions too. So like for example, Green Valley. Green Valley is a retirement community. You have to be generally 55 and older to have a house there in that place. I can't call it a city, and I can't call it a town, and I can't call it a village because they're uncorporated. They don't want their taxes to increase. They didn't want a hospital because their property taxes would increase. There's only one elementary school there. The rest are farther north, like Sahuarita. But so we have a sheriff's department here. We have deputies, but we have a lot of volunteer deputies as well. So if something like very tragic happens, which doesn't really happen down there, I mean, they're pretty mild. I think the worst thing that happened was yesterday a 62-year-old man was arrested for burglary because he was going into people's houses. Then you would have the deputies if it's outside of Green Valley, because Green Valley is not incorporated. So Green Valley is nothing but sheriff. But they have Sahuarita, and the only thing that divides Sahuarita and Green Valley is one of their roads. So on the north side of that road is Sarita, and anything south of that road is Green Valley. So you have Sahuarita Police Department as well. It's weird.
I get it. Oh, I completely get it. I mean, I'm from a bigger city. I mean, not as big as your area, But born and raised in Saginaw, Michigan, so I get that. But like it seems like there's just not enough like hands on. Like there's obviously FBI, then now you got now there's Trump involved, and you got all these different things. Like why is there so much interest in this one case, and there's so many other cases?
When it first happened, I thought it was political because if you go back into Nancy's Facebook, if it hasn't been locked down already, if you look at some of her Instagram posts and some of her Facebook posts, she's definitely against Trump. I see all of those. I mean, she's very vocal about that. She's against the police. She's vocal about that. And then I went back because I remember Savannah during the primaries, I think it was like 2019, 2020, where she ripped him a new one all about, QAnon and stuff like that. And he wouldn't answer the questions. And so I started thinking about, him and her going at it on stage. And then I thought, and then, T came out and said, we're going to send all this federal help. And I'm just like, wait a minute here. Why is this happening? Why?
Well, and then what about the scrubbing of her husband and his business of Glover Park? Like that really bothers me. And then like all of these things that are coming, obviously they're not just coming into light, but they've been into light. But we're talking about, and I'm trying to whisper because I have neighbors next to me, but like you got, her husband worked for side by side with Al Gore. Then you got, Glover Park, the scrubbing of the Clintons, of everything on the internet. Like, and now all of a sudden, the Clintons, both Hillary and Bill, are willing to testify. They were willing to testify last month, but never showed. But now that this case is in the light, like none of this makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with the husband. The husband died in 88.
Okay.
Now, you do
No,
know
I'm not
that
talking about Nancy's husband. I'm talking about
Savannah's husband does that now. He still scrubs. If you go look for something about Nancy that you read last week, it's not going to be there because I went back to look.
Right.
And there's a lot of shit that's gone off the internet.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what the hell is going on here?
But I would think if they were going after him or Nancy, that they would try and either take him or Savannah or their children. I don't think.
Or what about like, how she, Savannah, she interviewed the survivors of Epstein. I mean, I'm not trying to sit here and say this has anything to do with political or this has anything to do with the Epstein files, but like, I just want to put out there, like, I'm happy with my life, I'm good, but I just, something screams to me that, maybe this has something to do with some of that.
It could. It could. I also wonder about, how they've been going back and forth from Nancy's to Annie's house. I want to know why they took out a whole ass table out of Annie's house.
Right.
I want to know what they were photographing in the dark. Because usually, the only thing that they do in the dark, photograph wise, is luminol.
Exactly.
What are they seeing there?
I know. I've been thinking, like, I lose sleep over this stuff. Like, I'm thinking, like, this, and this. And I'm like, okay, well, what about this? And I've done my research. And I'm like, my mom even sits there and questions me every day about this. Like, what do you think? Like, she thinks this is such a sad situation, right? And it is. It's such a sad situation.
Sad. The thing that gets me is that if my mother's in her mid 70s, if my mother was to walk away or be kidnapped or something like this, they wouldn't even blink twice.
Right.
But yet you have a whole department, you have the feds, you have border patrol, you have customs, you have Sarita Police Department, you have Oro Valley and Marana, and you have all these police departments helping
Mm-hmm.
But if it was some everyday Joe Blow whose mother came missing, you'll be lucky if they even put a silver alert out, right?
Right. Well, and then the other thing is, like, let's talk about the initial reward. Excuse me. Yes, it wasn't Savannah and her family that put the initial reward out. We know that. But it's almost like a slap in the face. $2,500?
Yeah,
And
you have to remember though, that's 88 crime. 88
Yep.
crime is a 501c.
Okay.
So it's just a tip line.
So, but I mean, now we're talking about 100,000. I mean, I thought Savannah came out and said she'd pay whatever. Like, I don't understand. Like, if it was my mom, I know I'm her only daughter, and like we've had our moments. But if this was my mother, like I would do anything, anything. Like I'd put up every house, every camper, every business. Like
Exactly.
it doesn't.
Why wasn't the ransom paid Thursday by 5 p.m.? Because Thursday by 5 p.m. they wanted Bitcoin for the total amount of 1 million. 1 million.
And right. And from what I've gathered is that the FBI has urged her not to do it, which doesn't make any sense.
The FBI tells you not to pay it without proof of life.
Okay, and I get that, but I mean, she said she's gonna pay it. She said it. I mean, it's $100,000.
Oh, it's more than that.
It was more than that. It was like
It's
in the
203,000. So the first reward was 2,500. FBI did 50. Then it went to 100. So that's 102,000.
But the first ransom was for like in the millions, wasn't it?
If she would have paid, she would have paid it by 5 p.m. that Thursday. It was only $1 million, and not only it was $1 million in Bitcoin, but because she didn't pay it, the new amount for Monday by 5 p.m. was 6 mil,
right?
And she didn't pay that.
Exactly.
And I'm sorry, but if you make $8 million annually
a year, and she's worth 80.
I would have paid it.
That's just her. That's just her. That's what she's worth. Let's talk about her husband. Like this is, and then my mom's like, well, she's got, my mom's like, she's like, what if, and this and this, and I get that, and I'm thankful for that. But she's like, well, she's got all these houses. She's got one in New York. She's got Phoenix. She's got a home, all these different places. Okay, sell it. Sell it. If you're hurting for money that bad, sell the damn home. Put it up. You can get, I'm sure NBC, right, is where she works, will front the money.
Yeah.
Sell it. But then
I don't know. If I had that kind of money, I would have been like, okay, I'll give it to you. I'll transfer it to wherever you want. Now give me my mother.
Exactly. And then to think about, oh my God, I have so many things in my head. And then we're talking about like just before this happened, she was out because she had vocal cord surgery. And she was out for how many weeks or months? And she had just returned the week before, if I remember correctly. Like, and I was telling my mom, like, when all this went down, I'm like, I was screaming at Andorra the Explorers. I'm like, this is an inside job, like day 2. Something, like all these things do not add up. And nobody would listen to me. Whether that be the case or not, I still am screaming that. I don't know which way. I kind of have my own things, but none of this makes sense.
It was an inside job.
It
definitely was.
And now they're running with it.
I think it's the husband, and if I don't think he like did the job. I think with his dual citizenship and him just coming back from Italy at the end of January, I think, at first I was thinking maybe he ran his mouth to somebody that he maybe shouldn't have.
Well, and how did they buy you said a $250,000 home in the area? He's a principal.
No, he's a school teacher. He's a science school teacher in a charter school.
Okay. Which is not
very ritzy. It's a very ritzy charter school. I mean, tuition's free there, but you have to be advanced, like AP. Your IQ, your children's IQ is up there, like your AP classes only. That's the kind of charter school he is in.
So what, and then, I mean, neither one of those, Annie or Tommaso have that much money.
So I tried to Google search her net worth.
She don't have that much. I think
It's
I
not
did
there.
search it.
It's not there. If you look at so the only thing that pulled up is something from, I think, King Sir something, and it was a hospital, and it said that her net worth was like 500,000 to something, and I'm like, that's not right.
See, I think in the beginning I did search it, and it was there. Please don't quote me on this, but I believe that's why I've been screaming those two's names. Without trying to be accusatory.
Right.
But I believe it was there. I believe it was, and I want to go back on my screenshots because I do screenshot. I'm like screenshot
Right.
queen, okay?
It's not there anymore.
Because it's not there, like you're saying, which would make sense because once again, we're talking about Savannah's husband being a scrubber. That's what they do.
Yeah, she makes jewelry.
Right, she makes jewelry. She's also
Custom pieces, though. Those are
poetry. She's done her own publishing of one poetry.
And have you read that? Have you read it?
No.
It's very dark.
That doesn't surprise me. I mean, her interviews, that's why she's not even involved in the interviews anymore. Like, nothing. Or her statements, or being involved in the statements. I wouldn't say interviews, but her statements, her facial expressions, there's something wrong there.
Yeah, and they were calling Cameron out about that too. And that kind of upset me because my husband's father was in the Air Force, and
they're trained to be that way.
Yeah, he was a fighter pilot. Yep. He died of lung cancer because of Agent Orange during the Vietnam War. They're
trained to be straight faced.
Yep.
My family was all in the military too.
So when people start calling him out, I'm like, wait a minute here. He's a fighter pilot. You don't know what he's seen and what he's been trained for.
Right. And just because he was straight faced, he didn't have like a smile or like the way that Annie was just, 1 minute, just doesn't make any sense to me.
Do you know that cartoon? I don't know. My kids are so much older. I made my kids grow up on cartoons that I grew up with, right? So there's this century, I guess I should say. Do you know the cartoon where the lady has dark black hair and it's like a bowl cut and she has these big black glasses and she wears a blue like turtleneck? It's kind of like, it's not like a cartoon. It's kind of like, it's not like a cartoon like Scooby-Doo. It's kind of like South Park kind of theme.
Dora?
No, it's not Dora the Explorer. It's,
like Dora, like it's on MTV.
I don't know. That's who Annie reminds me of, is that cartoon character. Just the way she dresses and her facial expression.
It's not Dora. What is it called?
I don't know. I've been asking my kids and they're looking at me like, they kept saying Thelma. I'm like, no, not Thelma.
From Big Comfy Couch.
Miriam, do you know what I'm talking about? It's on MTV or VH1.
The lady from Big Comfy Couch. She got like glasses. She always dresses like what?
No, it's older than that. It's older than that. It's when.
Oh, okay.
It's I know what you're talking about.
That's who she reminded me of when they were sitting on the couches both times, and I'm just like, I feel bad because I don't want to accuse them of doing something nefarious, but it's like.
But what about the debt? Have you heard anything about the debt or the gambling problem or?
I've heard speculation on that. I haven't looked in. I mean, it's hard to find debt, right?
We all have debt. That's true.
Like gambling debt, like.
Oh. But how would you prove that though? How would you get that information? Unless if you have access to the bank accounts. I'm sure that if that is a possibility, I'm sure that the FBI has gone over that with a fine-tooth comb and the sheriff's department. I'm sure that's something that they looked at to begin with, because right now there's, with the Bitcoin, and now the Bitcoin wallet is different. They're asking for more money.
Well, they switched from different services, didn't they?
Yeah, they went to cryptocurrency instead of Bitcoin.
But what if the IP address is in Italy?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can hear
I
that.
can get back to you tomorrow on that when my husband's up, because my husband's a senior computer tech, and he works with IPs. Like, my stuff is locked down, like Fort Knox. Like, I have
Mine
to ask
too.
my 17-year-old what the password is to my damn Wi-Fi.
Everything I do when I go live is private. Period. I pay.
Yeah, I know I have like 2 VPNs, one right on top of the other, but I actually sat him down, and I'm like, pretend I'm a kindergartner and tell me about Bitcoin. Because I can't afford Bitcoin. Not even a half of a Bitcoin, or even a little sliver of it. And he's like, Bitcoin, the reason why they want Bitcoin is because it's not traceable. However, you can see when the money goes into the wallet, and you can see when the money leaves the wallet. But if they have offshore accounts, that's when it kind of branches out like a tree branch. And so it'll go to an offshore account that would go to multiple different banks, different amounts. And then that's when it gets tricky, is once it goes offshore, because the federal government can't see it anymore. And that's why they don't like cryptocurrency, and that's why they don't like Bitcoin.
Well, and that's what happened to my parents. So, like, when eBay became a thing, so my dad does charter boat fishing. Like, after we sold like our Tuffy muffler businesses that we were franchised in when I was a kid, he did charter boat fishing, and he's still into it. And he just turned 70 this past weekend. And he bought 2 motors off eBay when eBay became a thing, and we lost like $30,000. It went from offshore account to offshore account. The FBI were involved. It's a big thing. Like, but this is before cryptocurrency, before your Bitcoin, all of that. But when you're going from one fucking bank account, an offshore account, to the next, to the next, to the next, like
It's lost.
It's lost.
Yeah. It's
Think the
crazy.
money, like, unless you, like, if somebody was to commit a crime against you and you're like, hold on, this person committed a crime against me, and they told the hitman that they use Bitcoin to pay them, and they actually use their Bitcoin account to pay them, they can see that from their bank account, their transfer. But doing it how they're doing it, it's all these VPNs and all this stuff these people are using, and all this, it's hard to track.
It is.
It really is. And you know what I find very fascinating is that, so you remember when the FBI first stepped in, or the 3-letter agency stepped in from the Tucson office, right? Not even the Phoenix office, just the Tucson office. And you know how they said in the presser that we're already arresting people that are trying to gain money off of it, right? So they got the guy in California.
Which it's a whole nother topic.
Well, no, I just think I think number one, he was stupid. He used it from a VoIP. But not only that, why would you text somebody that? That's like, anyway, that's a whole nother situation. But they arrested him, right? And he was extradited to Tucson to the federal court. He attended court. He's on house arrest or whatever.
He's on house arrest
Until
This
trial.
is not the first time he's done this.
No, it's not. But they couldn't keep him. So they did release him on his own recognizance. I don't know. Maybe he did
On
pay
his own recognizance.
Yeah, maybe he did pay a bail. I don't remember. But you know how quick they were to arrest him, right? So now we have message 1, message 2, message 3, and today was what, number 5? Or yesterday was number 5. How that person that's saying, "Hey, I know who did this. You give me this amount of money and give me 1 Bitcoin, I'll tell you where she's at.
Right.
Or I'll tell you who the main person is." How come they haven't arrested that person? They use their own email and their own name.
Maybe because the IP address is different. Maybe they got different, and that's what makes me leave. Like, what if the person that's sending the ransom notes is in Italy allegedly? Like, what if?
Well, the messages that they're getting is not the same person as a ransom.
Yeah.
It's a person who's, and they did
Sorry,
say,
guys, I'm smoking.
no, you're fine. They did say that the IP addresses had changed, but that doesn't really matter when your legal name is on there and your correct email. They should be able to find out this person's name, and the email provider can give them, their address or whatever they have, and they can go and arrest him.
They should.
It's not that hard. So, and I went and reported a GoFundMe today because I found a GoFundMe that this guy made to raise money to buy the Bitcoin for the Guthries so that they could get where Nancy was. I'm like, number one, this GoFundMe is a fraud. You don't need to raise any money for the Guthries. They can afford one Bitcoin.
But didn't they get like $8 million or something in that one of them GoFundMe's?
I don't know.
I
This was
don't
a
know.
local GoFundMe for a Tucson guy trying to raise money to buy, like, crowdfund for one Bitcoin to go to the Guthries so that they could get the information, because that guy said that the last time he saw her was a week ago in Mexico. This is the guy that's asking for just the one Bitcoin, not the ransom amount.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the guy that's doing the messages that he's sending them straight to TMZ, is the guy that I can't figure out why he hasn't been arrested.
I think it's a big payday for a lot of people when it comes to her. I'm sorry to say, because these people are making a lot of money off of reporting this, and only certain individuals are making the money. You know, not every person reporting this is making anything. A lot of people that are there are not making half as much as certain individuals, when certain individuals are making thousands of dollars a day.
Oh, JLR, exactly. Like I said in the beginning, I watch YouTube. I don't watch it on my phone. I watch it on my laptop. And that's what I look at, because the bright red ones are generally $50 and above. And when I push on them and I see like $200, thank you for everything you do. And I'm like, what are you doing? They make more money a day than, and when I push on them and I see everything you do, and I'm like, what you do working your job.
Exactly, in a year.
Mm-hmm.
In a year, and that's why I said this. It's a money gimmick, because these people are making a lot of money off this. Not everybody, but certain individuals that's saying look right and they going left, or look left and they going right. A lot of those people are the ones making a lot of money off this. Not everybody, but certain individuals that's saying those people are the ones making a lot of money off of this.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly, let me say that. Ooh.
Yeah, allegedly, supposedly.
Yeah, those people are the ones making a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly,
Supposedly.
yeah, supposedly, allegedly, they making a lot of money off saying look left, we going.
Allegedly, supposedly.
Yeah, supposedly, allegedly, they make look left, we going here, and it's all going in a circle.
Yeah. I was telling my mother and my husband one day, this is like shortly after it first started, and I said, I hope that when this lady is found, that the Guthries donate money to Pima County. Alone, just for sending evidence to a private lab, is costing us millions of dollars. Millions.
Yeah, in the beginning, it was already in the first 2 days. I think it was like 200,000 just in the first 2 days of the investigation, and this been going on for what, 20 days now. So
Mm-hmm.
it's costing a lot of money. The more forensics, the more analysis, the more data systems, the officers, the
The
three
pilots,
alphabets. Yeah,
that are using their own planes to fly around the Catalinas. So somebody's asking why is Brian Eaton in Mexico? He went down there to interview because it was let out that Nancy may or may not have been in Mexico. So he went down there to interview some of the locals, and most of the locals didn't even know who she was. Like some of them said that they heard about the case on TikTok or Facebook, but there was quite a few locals that didn't even know who Nancy Guthrie was. So that's what he was doing. He was in Nogales, Sonora, Mexico.
And that's why I said TMZ's the one who said, "Oh, somebody seen her alive in Mexico." So now they're sending these people to Mexico.
See, and that's why I was saying I don't think she went to Nogales, Sonora. I mean, when I was younger, I went down there, and I don't go down there now. I'm almost 50, and I would rather stay within my own little community. It's changed so much, and it's dirty. Most of your border towns in Mexico are like that. That's why I said if she is in Mexico or went to Mexico, I would think, not sure. I would think that it would be Puerto Penasco, which is Rocky Point, right on it's beach. It's beach area. A lot of resorts, a lot of retirees go there. Usually when people go to Nogales, Sonora, it's mostly like for dental work, or some people will go a little farther in for plastic surgery, which is not my forte. I would never go to a third
No,
world, go to another country to get
my mom
color
almost
done.
went down there to get her teeth done, and I would not. I was a registered dental assistant. I wanted to be a dentist. I refused. Like I was. We went to like 50 different dentists in the area. I finally found one. 35,000 post in. We're good.
Yeah.
She went through, triple negative breast cancer, had both, mastectomy, removed all these things. And it just, I mean, on top of everything else, just ate her teeth. And she wanted to go down there. And I'm like, no. And she's like, come with me. And I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're a target.
Yeah.
Like, my mom's not an ugly person. She's 58 years old. And I'm almost 40. We're not we're a target. No, 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 hell no.
A
Hell
lot
to the
of
no.
a lot of the retirees go down there. I got my dental work done there. However, I was younger and I didn't have dental insurance anymore. I couldn't be underneath my parents' plan, and I worked full time and went to school full time, and I did get my dental work there. However, I didn't go there at night. My appointments were like the first thing in the morning. I walked across the border and my dentist was right there. It was like 500 steps. Like
Right.
it was like you could see the border wall and you could see the US. Anymore, I probably wouldn't never do that
See, the
again.
one we were at, they said we couldn't leave their area. We'd have to be in the resort at all times.
Oh, because
Like
she was
if
going
you
to go to a surgical clinic, not just like a normal
yeah.
dental. I
Yeah.
see.
And then we'd
Yeah.
have to be there for 2 weeks and I
Mm-hmm.
don't know.
Yeah.
I watch botch too much. I can't do that.
Right. I would never have plastic surgery in a foreign country.
Oh,
My mom
my
just
mom,
got remarried, and her now husband, um, his girlfriend before this wanted to get some plastic surgery done, and they went to Czech Republic, and um, I was like, ain't no way. I mean, if I had a choice, I wouldn't go to Czech. I would go to Nogales or, Puerto Penasco, Puerto Vallarta, Cabo, somewhere like that before I'd go there.
yeah, we were looking at Cabo. There was another place we were looking at, and then there was another Puerto Rico. I'm like, no, 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 no.
Oh,
Let's.
Cabo's beautiful.
It is beautiful. I
It is
actually
so
just was
pretty.
there 3 years ago, and it was beautiful.
You know what
I
turned me
love
away from
Cabo.
Cabo? The Cabo Six. Have y'all ever heard of the Cabo Six?
Oh, please don't tell me any horror stories because I really like Cabo.
Girl, no, this girl, she was a business owner, I think in North Carolina or something like that. And she went to Cabo with six of her friends,
Hmm.
and they unalived her.
She
and
must
they
have went to
continue.
the bad side of Cabo.
The bad.
No, it was really nice, and her friends did this to her, and allegedly, I guess a lot of people got paid. They found her in the bathroom after her friends beat her up, and her friends continued to trip. Her name was Shaquilla Robinson, I think it was.
So her friends murdered her.
Yes, and they continued because it was her birthday. It was Shaquilla's birthday. Her name was Shaquilla Robinson.
Her friends murdered her.
Birthday. Um, something had happened. The girl allegedly beat her up, left her there for dead. They said in Mexico, they said when they did it was her birthday. It was Shaquilla's birthday. Girl allegedly beat her up. Left. They said when they did the autopsy, she had spinal injury, and that's what unalived her, I think. And her friends continued to trip. They're there for dead. They said in Mexico they had spinal injury, and that's what. And her friends continued to trip.
Oh
When the
Lord.
maid went into the room to clean up the room, that's when they found her in the bathroom.
When we did our cruise for our honeymoon, it was our
Mhm.
first one, and we did the Royal Caribbean. It was 7 days, 8 nights or whatever. And there was like the two we went to like 4 or 5